Cardinal Stadium for this evening football contest between the JCHS High School Cardinals and the visiting Bulldogs of Old Rochester Regional High School. This is Tyler Clark for Swansea Cable Access Channel 9 under the direction of Adam Kitchen. And alongside me, and I am pleased to introduce in his first game as color commentator, is Mr. Tom Cabral.
Hey, thank you, Tyler. It's good to be here in Cardinal Stadium on a brisk Friday night. People are excited to see these two undefeated teams battle it out.
As Tom just said, both teams come into the game with a record of 6-0. It really doesn't get much better than this. And Tom, this is for the South Coast Championship, so this game cannot end in a tie, so something has to give. One of these teams is going to lose for the first time tonight, and we're going to find out who it is. I believe Case comes in winning the little division of the South Coast Conference.
The small, yes, the small end of the conference, and Old Rochester's the big end.
And
we've combined both for the championship tonight.
And I must be impressed, Tom. You came with several notes coming into this game, and actually so far Old Rochester has outscored their opponents by a score of 216-33. They have won each game by an average of 33 points. And as I'm saying that, the opening kickoff is underway, and it's going to be controlled by the Bulldogs. That's a good return out by Old Rochester, just past the 40-yard line. That was number 34, Noah McIntyre, a senior wide receiver and defensive back. So good field position for the Bulldogs to get this started. I'm going to see where they officially spot that. I think it's going to be about the 42-yard line.
Good field position for the Bulldogs. Let's hope the Case defense can put them in their place.
Right, Case last home game won by a score of 56-15, so the Case defense has held up pretty firm lately. They haven't really allowed more than, I think, 2 touchdowns in a home game so far this year. Bulldogs are going to start under center. Bunch formation behind the quarterback. Let me see if I get a number on him. It's going to be number 8. Handoff inside. The quarterback is number 8, Cole McIntyre, who I imagine is the brother of the player, Noah, who just returned the kick. I'm not sure who was on that run. Let's see if I get a number on that.
I didn't catch the number on them. I think it was number 8, Desmond Diaz.
It could be.
Or number 5, excuse me.
Carry for Old Rochester.
Oh, Cole McIntyre was the carry.
Was it Cole McIntyre, number 8? So he's the quarterback. I'm not actually sure. We have the PA announcer has a pair of binoculars out there. Another handoff inside for the Bulldogs. That was number 4 this time. That was Camden Brzezinski, a junior wide receiver. It looks like he may have picked up a first down on that.
Cam Brzezinski.
First down for the Bulldogs.
It looks like that's going to move the sticks. Indeed it will for Old Rochester.
Into Case territory.
Steve first and 10 Old Rochester.
Senecal on the tackle for the Cardinals.
47.
It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from the 47-yard line. I believe Cole McIntyre, number 8, is going to be their quarterback. He's going to drop back to pass, looking left, going to throw that long, and that's going to be intercepted! Out there by number 11 for the Cardinals, Clayton Dyer!
Clayton Dyer.
What a great move by Clayton on that. He took the inside track. Looked like it was going to be wide open, and Clayton just cut off that ball.
Number 2, Tyler No was the intended receiver on that play, but an excellent play by Dyer is going to give a first down for the Cardinals for their first possession of the game.
Cardinals will take over 1st down and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
With a good defensive stance by the Cardinals, let's see what their offense can pull out.
Yeah, Tom, that ball coming out, that looked like that interception ran all over it. You could see it was a little underthrown. There is a bit of wind here tonight, too.
Kind of hung up there in the air, but Clayton got the inside angle.
Silva's going to be under a shotgun formation again. The play is blown dead.
Flag on the play.
A flag on the play.
False start against the Cardinals.
And that'll back Case up on the very first play of the game. I think that's going to be.
Penalty will make it 1st down and 15 for the Cardinals at their own 6-yard line.
All right, I wasn't sure if that was going to be half the distance to the goal, or no, they're just going to back
they back them up to the 6.
So
first is back up against the end zone, so more than likely we'll run it out of there.
1st and 15. They do like to utilize the shotgun a lot, but they do have a mix of both. You see some high school teams that kind of stick to one formation, and that's it. Case is going to sprint to the line here. That's interesting. Coming out of the huddle, I have a pull directly in my way.
4 wideouts.
So lean around it. Silva going to motion Costa. Now Silva's going to keep it himself. And he's going to be met by several Old Rochester players and tackled just past the 10-yard line. So that'll get Silva a couple yards in that. Case's official first play of the game. Actually, more than a couple.
Nice run by Silva. He picked up about 7 yards on that.
On the play. We'll
5.
Second down,
a gain of 5. Maybe it was like 6, but officially a gain of 5. 2nd and 10 now. They got that yardage back that they lost on the penalty.
A little more breathing room in the back of the end zone.
Silva, empty backfield behind him. He has 3 wide receivers to his left and 2 to his right. Silva, shotgun formation again, takes the snap. Looks like a screen pass. It is. It's complete to Chris Costa. Costa to cut inside. They're dancing around a couple players and tackled by literally half the Old Rochester defense on that.
They swarmed on him on that one.
Quick little bubble screen. Sometimes you can bust those, and sometimes you just get swarmed. I'm not sure if he got any yardage. I don't think he did. That'll bring up a 3rd and 10 now for Case.
Whatever daylight he had, it evaporated quickly.
Now, Old Rochester's no fluke for defense. I believe they have 3 shutouts so far this year.
Well, their opponents are scoring 5.5 points average for their game.
Right,
so.
that's less than a touchdown. So, Old Rochester's defense is nothing to really write off here. Silva going to roll to his right, looking to pass again. Going to scramble. He's going to throw it, and pass is complete
nice.
to Sherrod. I don't think he got a first down. Let's see. It's going to be very close. Let's see where they mark it. He may have actually gotten a first down on that. And he did actually get a first down, so that'll move the sticks for Case. So excellent play by Silva to roll out to his right, and he got Sherrod. Nice catch doing that.
That was a great catch. Nice throw by Danny there.
And that will move the sticks. I can't really see from my angle where he caught that, but obviously he did get just enough of a first down. Good hands by Sherrod to go up and get that. It's hard a lot harder than it looks because you know you're going to get hit pretty hard when you come down with it.
Exactly, with this defense.
Especially with the
tough D.
5.5 points a game. So Silva going to motion Costa. He has 4 men to his right. And Silva's going to keep that himself up the middle. And he's going to be tackled after a short gain, probably about 2 yards.
Number 7, Danny Silva on the carry.
Danny made a couple of yards on that gain. Bring up 2nd down for the Cardinals.
Gain of about 4 on the play. 2nd down 6.
2nd and 6. That seems generous. I would say it's about a 2nd and 7 to be. We'll see when they officially mark it. We have about 7.5 minutes left in the first quarter. The game is obviously still scoreless.
Brings it around the 24-yard line.
2nd and 7 officially. Yes, Silva out of a shotgun formation once again. And handing it off to Costa. Costa looking for some breathing room to the left. Now cuts back inside, and Old Rochester is all over that one.
They closed down that running lane real quick.
Not a whole lot on the ground so far for Case. Let's see if they can change that going forward. I think Costa actually may have lost a yard on that.
Lost a yard on
possibly
the play.
2. They're going to make that 3rd and 8. I warned you about this. You already hear the stomping of feet upstairs.
Yeah, all the sound effects here. Impressive defense by Old Rochester. Let's see if Case can make this 3rd down work for them.
6 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here. 3rd and 8. Silva out of a shotgun once again. Takes the snap, going to roll to his right. Actually, handoff inside to Costa.
He's got daylight.
Misdirection, and Costa going to be spun down at the 40-yard line.
Great play.
Trickery there
by the Cardinal offense.
Case. Quick little misdirection handoff to Costa. Needless to say, Old Rochester was not expecting that play.
No, he had the defense moving left, and everybody else in the offense ran right.
So that's
good play by the Cardinals.
That's twice now. Case has had a 3rd and fairly long and converted both of them. Silva once again in a shotgun formation. He has Costa, I believe, right next to him. Looks like he actually has Kudo next to him. That's a legal motion. I saw, yeah.
Flag on the play.
That's going to march him back 5 yards.
So that's the 2nd false start penalty on Case on this opening drive.
Against the Cardinals.
I wasn't sure if that was going to be a false start or a legal motion on Costa. That whole setup seemed confusing from the beginning.
Might be a good omen for the Cardinals. This is the 2nd penalty on this play. On this drive, they've gotten 2 first downs, so maybe it's...
Sometimes penalties can actually help.
Exactly.
Costa going to motion in front of Silva. Handoff is going to go to Kudo. And Kudo's going to be tackled. He got a couple yards on that, but not a whole lot there.
It's going to be tough running up the middle for the Cardinals tonight.
Old Rochester has a very good run defense, and you can see that so far. 2-yard gain. 2nd and 13 for Case. They're going to officially mark that ball at about the 37-yard line, I would say.
Left hash mark 37, yep.
The Old Rochester bench is rather large, so is the Case bench. We've seen some teams so far this year. They don't have a very large bench, but both of these teams will certainly do.
Both teams are deep. That's why they're both 6-0.
Shotgun formation, going to load. Looking the throw to his right. He had a bubble screen. Didn't take it. Silva going to take off and run with this. Going to throw it now. Wide open. It's Costa.
What a play!
Costa going to be tackled at the 30-yard line. That play, Tom, that was originally supposed to be a bubble screen that wasn't there. Silva took off, looked deep, scrambled around. Costa went, okay, ran out of the backfield, was wide open.
Great play.
Excellent play.
He used the whole field, he looked for all his receivers, and Chris Costa broke free. Nice pickup for the Cardinals. And that's Old Rochester territory on their 30, marching to the end zone.
It's the third first down of the drive already for Case. They're moving the ball very well. We have 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Silva utilizing the shotgun pretty much exclusively to start the game. You get a motion Costa, that's just Kudo this time. A pitch by Costa, that could have been disastrous.
That fooled nobody.
And Costa going to be tackled the backfield by number 9. That was Drew Johnson, a senior linebacker for the Bulldogs. That did not fool Johnson at all.
6 foot, 195 pounds of Old Rochester Bulldog ended up in that backfield real quick.
That was about a 6-yard loss, I would say, on the play. So that'll be a 2nd and 16 for Case. That's going to be, where are we going to mark this? It's about the 37. Every time I mention the yard marker, it's
37 of Old Rochester. But again, line. Another penalty for the Cardinals, so we're on a good momentum here, moving forward with the penalties.
Silva looking to throw, sets up a screen, complete to Dyer. Dyer looking to bust it, there goes Dyer up the middle. Dyer still on his feet, and he's going to be tackled past the first down marker.
There we go.
Another first down for the Cardinals.
I wonder if that's in the game plan tonight. Get a penalty in the first drive, first down. Second down,
on the play is
get the first down.
Something tells me when they're practicing for the week, the coach just to say, hey, let's get a penalty.
Yeah.
So we get some momentum, but amazing, it just works sometimes.
Fool them all the time.
First
and it's amazing.
1st and 10 for Case. They're going to spot that at the 20-yard line officially. Silva sticking with the shotgun formation. Takes the snap, handoff to Kudo. Kudo going to be almost
he breaks free.
and he broke free. And he's going to salvage some yardage on that. Number 45, Dylan DeWolf, a junior linebacker for the Bulldogs, had him, but he let him out of his grasp.
Gain of about 2 on the play will bring up 2nd down.
And a 2nd-yard gain, that doesn't look that impressive in the book, but that could have been a 4-yard loss.
Oh, we could have had a big loss there, but he turned it into some positive yards as long as they're moving forward.
That'll be a 2nd and 8. It goes to the
17-yard line. 17 yards to pay dirt for the Cardinals.
Due to some very shifty moves there by Kudo. Another shotgun formation for Silva looking to throw. He's going to take out and run with this himself. Quarterback, keeper.
Touchdown!
Touchdown!
Keeper right over 7, Danny Silva.
Danny Silva with a quarterback keeper up the middle. That'll give Case with 2 minutes and 58 seconds to go in the first quarter. A 6-0 lead.
Very impressive drive by the Cardinals. Kept our Rochester's defense on their heels. Marched it right down the field.
Impressive drive. They've already scored more points this game than Old Rochester.
Exactly.
On average. Here's the kick from Jared Rebello, and it is up, and I'm not sure he got
wide
that.
Left.
He missed it wide left, so the extra point attempt
kick is
no good.
With 2:58 to play
remaining in the first quarter, the score remains 6-0.
Old Rochester nothing.
Tom, I do believe that's the first kick Rebello has missed this year, at least at home, that I've seen.
I was told he was perfect going into this game, so.
He's pretty automatic out there.
Yep. It's funny, when I played football in Case, nobody kicked the ball. We always went for 2 points.
But until very recently, too, you always, even when I was here, I graduated in 2009. You graduated a lot earlier
1979, but we won't get into the senior citizen discount here. But
when I was here, until I had a kicker a couple years ago, Max Furtado, that was very good. But before him, everyone always went for 2.
Yeah.
He just never.
Yeah, we never practiced kicking. Nobody could kick. It was always going for 2 points.
There seems to be a push now for kicking extra points, and I've seen a couple of teams actually go out and attempt field goals, which is really unheard of in this level of high school football.
In doing some reading for the game, I've noticed a lot of people in the conference are using kickers, and I think there was 3 or 4 kickers that are perfect on the year. One being from Dartmouth. It's Kid Rebello for Case.
It's good that you have a kicker, so if you're at the 10-yard line with a game on the line, instead of throw it into the end zone, you can utilize a kicker, which would be good. Anyway, Old Rochester's going to pick that up at the 20-yard line. That was number 23, Anthony Childs. And Childs could have busted that, but he tackled just past the 30-yard line. Childs is a
taken down by Isaac Tucker.
Wide receiver, tackled by another senior for Case, Isaac Tucker, number 56. He is all over the place. He's on every defensive play.
Isaac Tucker on the tackle.
So Old Rochester will get a chance for their second possession of the game. If you might remember, their first drive of the game ended with an interception by Clayton Dyer.
First and 10, Old Rochester.
Obviously, the Bulldogs will try to
kept Old Rochester's offense off the field for most of the first quarter.
Right,
so.
that was a long drive by Case. McIntyre going to go out of a shotgun, handing off the middle. That's a good run. That was number 20, Jackson Cody, on the run for the Bulldogs. He is a junior.
Taken down by Keegan LeConte.
Tackled by number 1, Keegan LeConte.
Cody's only listed as being 5'7". You can kind of see that being really short.
Oh, he hit that hole quick.
5-yard gain on the play for the Bulldogs. That'll be a 2nd and 5. McIntyre going to go into center again. He has an I formation, one wide receiver to his left, one to his right. Handoff inside. That's plowing ahead. That's going to be number, I think, number 45, Dylan DeWolf.
45, Dylan DeWolf.
Another junior.
Brings up 3rd down for Old Rochester.
I don't think he got that, no. He's
Case 41. He's going to be a couple of yards short.
Looked like he gained about 3 on that play, maybe 2. Let's see where they officially mark it.
Actually, it's marked at the 42.
Actually, that'll be a 3rd and 1 as they officially set it at the 41-yard line. Critical play here for Case.
1 for Old Rochester.
McIntyre under center again with the I formation. And he's going to keep it himself. Up the middle goes McIntyre. He's going to get a 1st down on that one.
1st down on the quarterback sneak right through the middle. Brings it up to about midfield, the 47-yard line.
McIntyre.
A minute 40 seconds, so you can tell by the hush of the crowd in front of me that was a good play for Old Rochester. I'm the same time, when Old Rochester's first drive up until the interception, they were moving the ball pretty well.
Oh, yeah,
so they can move the ball.
They were moving the ball well. They're moving the ball well in this drive. Let's see if the Case defense can tighten up.
Hand off inside to DeWolf. There goes DeWolf, finally tackled by John Gorell. Just past the 1st down marker. He might have got that. If not, he's very, very close.
John Gorell on the tackle.
They're going to bring it out for a measurement, but boy, that running back, he hit the hole quick. By the time you notice it, he's in the backfield.
They're actually not going to measure. They're going to mark him short. That's a 9-yard gain by DeWolf. So it'll be a 2nd and 1 for the Bulldogs. And McIntyre under center again. Old Rochester's running the ball very well. Another handoff. That ball is on the ground. That ball is on the ground. And Old Rochester do it again, and they get it back. There's a score of players. I have no idea who has that ball.
Down the bottom of the pile, the referees. Cardinal ball. Cardinal ball.
He's going to recover that.
Cardinal ball.
Another enormous mistake by the Bulldogs, just as we were talking again about how they're moving.
2 turnovers for Old Rochester. This is something that I'm sure they had no idea was going to happen. The Case defense is really playing a great game. Now, seizing the opportunities that are presented to them.
Now, Tom, as we had talked about before, Old Rochester, I mean, they're not winning games by a little bit. They're crushing every team they play, so not used to being behind at all.
Exactly. This is a new day here for the championship of the South Coast. They have a formidable opponent in the Cardinals.
Silva looking to throw this out of the shotgun, a scramble to his left, now going to his right, looking to his left again. Heave that down the field. Intercepted by the Bulldogs. Tried to hurdle a man. Wow, what a play.
What an unbelievable hurdle. He jumped right over that.
No, he's still going. And that was quite an acrobatic play there by Tyler No.
I wonder if he runs hurdles in the springtime, because he hurdled right over that defender.
I didn't see who that was at the bottom.
I couldn't catch the number either, but he got some air.
Excellent play by No to intercept that ball for 1 and then 2. So Case gets the fumble. The Old Rochester in a 2-play sequence actually has advanced the ball up the field.
I don't know if it seems deceiving, but the ball seemed to be hanging up in the air tonight, because they just hung there for a couple of minutes.
Silva, I'm not sure who he was throwing to. It might have been Costa. I honestly couldn't see. But that was intercepted by No, and regardless, Old Rochester kind of gets a mulligan after that fumble. Handoff.
Nope.
It's like a really good run. I'm not sure who that was.
We got a penalty flag on the field.
Penalty flag on the field, though, so hold everything. As it stands, that was number 23, Anthony Childs.
Old Rochester's got a good running game, it seems. Their backs hit the holes, and they're quick. Let's see what the penalty is.
Referees are out there discussing. Looks like
Old
Rochester. So that's going to negate a very good run by Childs. And that'll bump the Bulldogs back by 10 yards.
So a big gain turns into a big loss for the Bulldogs with 19 seconds left. First and 20.
Are they going to make that a first and 20? Yeah, they are.
It'll be first down and 17.
Why is it first and 7? It must have been from the spot of the foul.
Yeah, that
first and
17
first
from
and
the
17
spot of
from
foul.
the 48, yeah, from the spot of the foul.
Reverse.
Double reverse for the Bulldogs. That's No who has that ball. That's Tyler No, number 2.
In front of him.
He's still on his feet, going to be finally tackled in front of the Old Rochester bench. And that is going to be the final play of the first quarter. It's going to be a score of 6-0 in favor of Case.
Down at the 26-yard line.
So
the end of the first
we are going to take a break, and we'll be back
6,
in the second quarter. All right, welcome back to the start of the second quarter here from Cardinal Stadium for Old Rochester. The score is 6-0 in favor of Case, but Tom, the Bulldogs are driving right now.
Yeah, they're moving the ball. Let's see if Case defense hold up.
Another handoff inside. Good run by the Bulldogs. That's number 20. That's Cody. He's still going ahead. Wow.
He
takes half the Case defense with him.
Cody.
Driving those legs, it took like 8 Cardinal defenders to bring him down.
Number 20, Jackson Cody on that run. Just plowing ahead for being 5'7". He can definitely bring a pile of guys with him.
First and goal, Rochester.
All Rochester with a first and goal now from the 7. They're knocking on the doorstep of scoring. Another handoff to
right
Cody.
back up the middle.
And there goes Jackson Cody. I'm not sure he got in. It's going to be very, very close. It looks like he's going to be
on the carry.
Spotted short of the
goal line.
end zone there.
We'll bring up second down and goal.
Second and goal for Old Rochester. They're just going to go no huddle here. Just kind of jam
quick
it down
snap.
the Cardinal throats.
Right up the middle. Watch out for that.
Another handoff inside, and that is a touchdown, untouched. Goes number 45, Dylan DeWolf.
For an Old Rochester touchdown.
And a touchdown for the Bulldogs as the Old Rochester side of the stadium erupts in cheers, and we have silence from the Case side of things.
That didn't take long, about a minute and a half off the clock. They just marched right down and utilized that middle run.
10 minutes and 20 seconds to go. It's tied at 6. Number 52 for the Bulldogs after the kicking. That's Jonathan Borsari, a junior.
Number 52, Jonathan Borsari.
The kick is up, and it looks like he got that.
Split the uprights.
And the kick is good, so that'll give Old Rochester the lead, 7-6. 10 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Tom, I discussed this with Anna and Allie when they were the color commentators in previous games. But there's no net behind the goalpost, so they had to send some kid running all the way down almost to the flagpole to go grab that ball. It's someone's job to sit there and go running after the ball, unless he gets some extra steps in when you do it.
Maybe I'll send my Mariah down there to catch the balls after the game.
Tom brought his granddaughter here, Mariah. She was in the booth before. I'm not sure where she went.
She found her friend. She's out going for hot chocolate.
Oh, there she goes. It's actually a pretty pleasant night here. It's October 19th. The last game was freezing cold, Adam. I'm sure you remember that. Pretty pleasant October evening. It's been pretty cold this week, but
well, we're at the Wareham game last week. You could tell you were near the gate because the wind was whipping off that water and it was going right through you.
Wareham's right by the water, so yeah.
Tonight's a bonus.
Kickoff by the Bulldogs. That's number 4, Camden Brzezinski. That ball's on the ground. Tom, this actually happened a couple weeks ago. If Case doesn't jump on that ball, that's the same as an onside kick.
Exactly.
Old Rochester get that ball and go.
Once that ball goes those 10 yards, it's anybody's ball.
It's not like a punt. The punt can only be recovered by the punting team if it touches a player on the receiving team. If that kickoff goes 10 yards, it's anybody's game, and that's actually what happened against the Case against Bourne. The opening kickoff wasn't controlled by Bourne, and Case ended up getting it unexpectedly to start the game.
Well, let's see what the Cardinals can do on this drive with 10:17 left in the half.
The last drive for Case, you might remember, was one play, an interception by Silva. But the first drive was beautiful, absolutely gorgeous drive coming down.
Back to the run.
Bad enough inside to Costa. Tom, I do see number 45 for Case. That's Ryan Martin, can be attended to by the trainer on the bench. I'm not sure what happened. He must have been hurt on the kickoff. I see him.
I didn't see. Yeah, I see him over there.
No gain on the play.
I'm not quite sure what happened to Martin, but that's a force there for offense and defense. So hopefully Martin can get back in the game. It looks like he's stretching out his...
maybe a hamstring problem or a tight quad.
Something. It looks like he might be okay. He's sitting up now. He walked off the field under his own power. The trainer just kind of checked on him. Anyway, 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals. This is going to bring it at the 36-yard line. Silva, the shotgun, going to keep that himself up the middle, and that didn't go anywhere. He's met by a couple of Old Rochester defenders on that play.
Old Rochester's made some adjustments on their defense.
You've seen this before where you can come out
third down 9.
flying in the opening drive, and then you just make adjustments once the defense sees what kind of offense you're running, and then they have certain defensive plays that are designed to stop that.
That's why they're both 6-0. It's a chess match here.
Right. This is no.
These two coaches are not unfamiliar with each other. I was told they went to college together at Bridgewater State. One's an offensive specialist, the Case coach, and the defensive specialist is the old Rochester coach.
It definitely shows. Silva gonna throw that.
Oh!
Costa wide open. And to complete to Chris Costa. What a beautiful pass. That was right on the money.
That was a great throw.
Silva.
Great pattern.
Cardinals at the old Rochester 36.
Chris Costa, when he gets in the open field, he seems to get some separation.
Coverage was on the play by Brzezinski, who was on my roster as a linebacker. Tom, you're a big NFL fan. I know you're a huge New York Giants fan. You know, when a linebacker covers a wide receiver, that usually is not good for the defense.
Exactly, and unfortunately for the New York Giants, this whole season's been unfortunate, but don't digress into that.
That's a screenplay out to Costa. Costa's going to be spun down by number 45. That's DeWolf.
Silva's pass complete
by the Bulldogs.
Costa.
Gained a couple. Positive territory.
Gates likes to run those quick little screen plays, those bubble screens. They're like to move. That was a good gain on the play. Gain of 5 yards. 8 minutes and 25 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Case got the ball at 32 of Old Rochester, hopefully driving for an end zone touchdown, what we're looking for.
Both offenses have been very impressive so far. Old Rochester with the 2 turnovers, but unfortunately for them, I should say, unfortunately for Case, one of their turnovers was negated almost immediately.
20-second timeout.
Timeout called by Case. The coach is out there yelling at him for something. I'm not sure. It looks like there was maybe some miscommunication on the play call, perhaps.
Yep. They wanted to put Old Rochester's defense on their heels and move it quick, and they didn't move as fast as he wanted. So, but Case is doing all right. It's 8 minutes left in the second half, or the first half, second quarter. Old Rochester's defense on their heels. Case is moving the ball. Let's see if we can get it in the end zone and eat some clock.
Still going to be a 2nd and 5 after that quick timeout. Still at the 31-yard line. Silva, as I said before, pretty much exclusively going out of the shotgun. He's got 3 wide receivers left. He's going to motion Costa to his right, empty backfield. Silva, quarterback keeper up the middle. He goes, passing to the right, down to the left. And Silva going to be tackled. It looks like he picked up a first down on that run. I believe he did.
Looks like he gained about 7 on that.
He is brought down at the 25-yard line.
Brought down to the 25-yard line.
For a Cardinal first down.
First down. The sticks move for Case. They move the ball very well this game.
The old Rochester 25.
Case is moving the chains and moving the clock.
This game is flying by. Lots of running, not very many incomplete passes, and we're going to be out of here in record.
That shows you the quality of both these teams. Not many mistakes out there. They know how to move the ball. They know how to defend. It's going to be a good night.
Costa once again out of a shotgun formation. Rolling left, got a handoff inside misdirection to Costa. Costa up the middle, he's going to be tackled.
Number 2, Chris Costa.
Didn't see him make the tackle there for Old Rochester. But that's going to be a good gain by Costa. We have about 7.5 minutes remaining in the first half now, as I see that ticking under about 7 minutes and 23 seconds now. And it looks like a timeout is going to be called
6 on the play. We'll bring up second
on
down
the field by the Bulldogs.
2nd and 4, timeout, Old Rochester.
Full timeout on the field, Old Rochester.
So we've probably seen it in a couple different parts when we're seeing parts of the game, but there's a breast cancer awareness ribbon currently in the middle of the field. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And a Case in the end zone, they have the picture of the Cardinal and they say the letters of Case as well, but the letters, as you can see, are actually in pink tonight. At least I think they are. I could be wrong about that. I can't really tell.
They've got them in both end zones. The field looks impressive. We were talking earlier when I played, the first time they ever had lights at this stadium, they rented the lights and put the lights up, and it was a big event. So now it's everyday Friday night lights here at Swansea, which is good for the players and good for the town and good for the students.
They had a couple years ago, Case had to play the games on Saturday because of the West Nile virus mosquito epidemic. I remember filming, I used to be the cameraman, filming several Saturday afternoon games for Case instead of being able to play, but there's something really that like the atmosphere of a Friday night. It's really good at Friday night lights. That's why they had a movie and a TV show, I think, based on that, the team in Texas. Somebody hand off to Kudo. That looks slow moving from the beginning.
Looks like another's
going to rumble ahead. Another first down for Case. They continue to move the ball extremely well. their third possession, but their second possession was only one play.
For a Cardinal first down.
For how vaunted this old Rochester defense has been, Case has just been pretty much running all over them so far.
They're moving the ball down the field.
12-yard line.
Starting off from the 12, eating some clock, moving to the end zone. That's what the Cardinals want.
Silva once again shotgun. He has pretty much all his wide receivers to his right of him. Silva going to keep that himself. Rolling left.
There he goes.
Silva into the end zone, and he is going to get in. Touchdown, Danny Silva.
There's a flag on the play.
But a flag on the play, so
looks like a backfield holding.
And it is actually going to be holding on Case.
Against the Cardinals.
So that's going to negate it. That's why the crowd didn't erupt as much as I thought, because they knew.
Yeah, well, the play developed nicely, but somebody got caught for the hold, so it backs the Cardinals up to the 22, first and 22, or first and 20 from the old Rochester 22.
And sometimes, Tom, that's why the play develops so nicely, because
exactly.
it was a hold. So that's going to negate
Did they do instant replay here? Do we have a referee under the hood?
I don't believe we have that form of technology here for D3 high school football. I'm sure they have it in Texas and these other big name places.
Well, we'll call into New York and let the referee officials review it in New York.
Silva looking to throw again. Now he's going to take off some space in front of him. Silva going to run out of bounds, untouched.
Nice play he had. He had a lot of field in front of him. He took advantage of it.
Silva's very, very fast. You want to compare him to NFL quarterbacks, I would say the closest equivalent I can think of is Russell Wilson.
Brings up second down.
Take off and just run with it.
He's got mobility. He's definitely moves around in the backfield, and he can see the field, I mean, perfectly. His guys seem to develop patterns, and they get free. Case has got a powerful offense here.
8 for the Cardinals at the old Rochester.
Due to the legs of Silva, that was 2nd and 8 after a 1st and 20. Silva rolling to his right, looking to throw again. Stops, now looking to pass again. Now he's going to take off and run with it, and he's going to be hit out of bounds.
Close to the first down marker.
To the first down marker.
I don't know if he made it. He might be a yard short.
Looks like a yard short. The crowd wants a late hit out of bounds, but I couldn't really get a good read. It looked like that started in bounds, but.
Bring up by the 3rd down and 1 from the 5, I think.
3rd and 1, 3rd and 2 from the 5-yard line, yes.
We'll bring up 3rd down 3.
3rd and 3 make that actually. So Case can actually pick up a first. Case can actually pick up a first down here without scoring a touchdown. They just have to get it past the 3-yard line. I would have obviously, unless they kick a field goal, if they don't get this, they probably go for it.
Of course, this has got to be 2-down territory.
And a timeout called by Case. I'm going to think about this one. A full timeout is going to be called. 6 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in the first half. 7-6 in favor of Old Rochester. Still, I mean, I don't know, Tom. I certainly haven't been disappointed by this game so far. It's
a lot of action. Both teams are playing their hearts out, moving up and down the field, and the time's flying by. Like you say, there's 6 minutes left and a half. We're about half hour into the game. So
right.
Any football fan should be happy with this performance.
You weren't in the booth for us, Adam Kitchen. You know what I'm going to say right now. The Bourne game about a month ago, my goodness, that was the eternal game. We got out of here, not even kidding, it was almost 10 o'clock. It just never ended. There was injuries, there were incomplete, their quarterback, James Cahoon.
Well, I'm glad I wasn't working that night. It's past my bedtime.
So many incomplete passes, injuries, it was just we thought it would never end. 3rd and 3 for Case. Silva, hands off inside. That's Kudo. That's going to be very close to a first down.
Number 5, Ty Kudo.
I don't think he got that from this angle. He might have got a yard or two, but I don't think he got the first down.
He's going to be close. I think it'll be about a 4th and 1.
Let's see where they officially put that marker.
Let's see how aggressive Case will be if they're going to go for it.
They're going to make that a gain of 1, so they'll bring up a 4th and 2.
We'll bring up 4th down and 2.
From the 4-yard line. If Case gets this to the 2, they pick up a first down.
And they're going for it.
Momentum from the crowd. They're going to go for it.
And the crowd's getting behind the Cardinals offense. Let's see what they can do here. 5:40 left in the first half.
Silva going to stay out of a shotgun. Going to keep it himself. Rolling.
Oh, there's a spot. What a play. Nice call.
The wheel this time for Danny Silva on 4th and 2.
Great call by the Cardinals. Danny just saw that hole. The lane was there, went in, Case now up 12-7.
12-7. I believe both of their touchdowns were runs by Silva.
Jared Rubello on to attempt
Rubello after the extra point, and he can't have a perfect season, but he can still hit this one here.
Time to start another streak.
There we go. Rubello's kick is up, and he got that one right down the middle.
Rubello's kick is good.
And with 5:37 to go in the second quarter, Case will have the lead, 13-7. I believe, I'm not sure, I'm trying to see who it is. That might have been Dan Wenzel who went and got that ball for Case. It's the guy in the black jacket. They didn't send a kid after it this time.
Oh, the one who caught the kick.
I can't really see from here, but Dan Wenzel was the coach of the high school basketball team. The head coach for Case is Anthony Palladino. Assistant coaches are Jay Azzulli, Grant Hayter, Matt Lookwood, Tom Netto, Jordan Kohler, Al Palladino, and Thomas, you mentioned before, Joe Martin.
As Joe had told me, the Case coach and the old Rochester coach, they know each other. So they know the plays, they know their tendencies of the calls. That's why we're going to have a great game here. The first half, no complaints. Any football fan is going to be happy with the team's performance. Entertaining, quick.
Both coaches, have obviously done a fantastic job with their programs, which is why they're both 6-0 right now. That's not a fluke when that would happen. Old Rochester, after several bounces, going to pick up that kickoff, the 30-yard line. I think that was Cody, but I'm not positive. It's
Anthony Childs on the return.
Childs. It was one or the other. Anthony Childs, number 23.
Well,
even though Old Rochester's uniforms are white, they'll have red letters, so they're hard to read, especially from up here with that glare coming from the light.
First down and 10 at their own 35.
Old Rochester, they moved the ball very well this game too, other than a turnover. 2 turnovers really, but the second one was kind of offset.
Let's see how tough the Case defense will hold.
That's handoff up the middle. I believe that was Cody, and he's going to finally be tackled near the first down marker. Flag on the play, though. Number 88, Steve Senecal, was in there in the tackle for Case, but it looks like that's going to come back.
A hold on the offensive line for
Old Rochester. So that'll back him up by 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Crucial mistakes sometimes takes the wind out of their sails. Let's see what this will happen to Old Rochester.
And I believe that's going to be a 10-yard penalty. At least it says 1st and 20 on the scoreboard. The 25,
to the 25-yard
line. They're at the 35, yep.
We'll make it first down and 20 for Old Rochester.
1st and 20 for the Bulldogs.
At their own 25.
I'll say that both teams are playing an impressive game, but Case's defense seems to be buckling under.
McIntyre, another handoff inside. And that was Cody. I think McIntyre's only attempted 1 pass the whole game and it was intercepted.
They've basically been running the ball because they found something that worked up the middle. It's beginning to be stopped by the Cardinals now. They've made some adjustments and the gains aren't quick, but Old Rochester's running backs, they hit the holes fast.
It was officially a 4-yard gain for Cody on the play. It'll be a 2nd and 16 from the 34-yard line. McIntyre under center again. And another handoff. That one
he's got an option.
Kept it himself, excuse me. McIntyre going to be tackled after a good gain. That fooled me. That was an option, I think. Either that or it was a designed play-action run. So McIntyre with the quarterback keeper with a pretty good gain on that play. That's not a first down, but they're going to be close.
He's about 5 yards shy. Brought it out to the 42.
Gain of 13 on the play.
3rd and 6 for Old Rochester with 4 minutes left.
3rd down and 3.
That's why they made that a 3rd and 3. They chose 3rd and 3 from the 41 now. Interesting. What do you call here? Do you go with a run or do you go for a pass?
They're going to go for their goal. It'll be run right up the middle.
Run right up the middle. All right, let's see. They got DeWolf there, and they also have, I believe that's Cody behind DeWolf. DeWolf is kind of a force, and you're right that the handoff actually that's Child. Anthony Child passing the left with a lot of open space in front of him. There goes Anthony Child. He's only going to be pushed out of bounds by Sherratt. That was a touchdown-saving tackle.
I think the defense was fooled like we were. He looked like he was right up the middle. He bounced out to the left. And then he saw the open field in front of him. Nice gain for Rochester.
Boy, Cody and Child, they are fast out there for the Bulldogs. And a timeout called by Case. They may need that. 3 minutes and 49 seconds. Well, we're seeing a reason why the Bulldogs are also 6-0 out there. I mean, their season's
that offense,
no fluke.
It's like the old Buffalo Bills offense. You got to keep them off the field because once they get the ball, they move it. But Case is doing okay. They're playing with them for the big conference versus small conference. This is a battle of two undefeated heavyweights, and people are getting their money's worth tonight.
Glad that old Buffalo Bills offense resulted in so many Super Bowl rings for their fans.
That's because the Giants, you know, you're a coach for the Patriots. Well, you're not a Patriots fan, but you know that guy at Foxborough created that defense to keep Jim Kelly off the field. The Scott Norwood kick game.
Right.
They kept Kelly off the field all the game.
I'm sure you would take pride as a Giants fan that the Giants beat the Patriots not once, but twice in the Super Bowl, including, as every Patriots fan knows, the undefeated season. The helmet catch, all that. You probably take great pride in remembering that.
I was in a hotel in Los Angeles with all Patriots fans.
McIntyre going to keep that himself. That's dangerous. Going to throw it now. And incomplete. That was a slow developing play. Looks like an injury out there to Noah Casado. He was kind of rolling around. Might have a stinger. He looks like he's okay now.
Intended for number 18, Adam Bro.
McIntyre was rolling. That play was
second down 10.
Kind of slow developing and finally resulted in an incomplete pass. So McIntyre's yet to complete a pass, but when he has Cody and Childs back there, and DeWolf has run the ball very well as in addition for the Bulldogs.
Well, that's their money is going on the run, but they haven't passed. That's probably like their third pass they've thrown. The first was an interception.
In the middle, that's Jackson Cody again with another long run, finally tackled by Ryan Martin and Silva, both in there in the tackle for Case. Cody and Childs, and they got the ball to zing, off they go.
They hit that hole fast, and they're in, you know, the sececondary with.
Old Rochester running a high-tempo offense, not even puddling again. Yep, hurry up, there we go. McIntyre again, that's it's Cody.
They stopped him this time.
The last names will start with the same letter, and they have almost the same number, so I keep getting confused. Jackson Cody's number 20. He's a junior. Childs is senior, Anthony Childs. That's a gain of 6. Excuse me, that's a gain of 4.
The visuals with the red lettering on the white is kind of tough, especially under the lights.
Right, I see Cody, I did it again. Cody's back there right now, behind DeWolf. Handoff inside to DeWolf this time, and he actually another keeper, another option. They're fooling me with that, and a nice stop there by number 11, Clayton Dyer, in on that tackle. I believe they got a first down, but Dyer did keep him out of the end zone. 2 minutes and 51 seconds to go. You can tell how fast up-tempo the old Rochester offense is because I'm getting fooled with who has the ball, which is the point. It's like a double option, reverse option. Well, fake it to the fullback, and then the quarterback rolls out himself.
They're a talented group out there. They move the ball quick.
That's why they're 6-0. First and goal for the Bulldogs from the 5-yard line. McIntyre in the center, hands it off to Cody. And he is met by many Case defenders. That was about half the Case defense. And there on the tackle.
Case like did not get fooled on that one.
Casado was in running that. Looks like the power just flickered out for a second.
Uh-oh. Is there a squirrel on the generator?
I'm not sure what that was about.
You didn't get paid this week.
Ah, there you go. Power failure in the stands, but apparently not in the field, right?
Power failure. Looks like the coach just took his headset off. Looks like there's a power failure everywhere. I'm not sure what's going on. Something just flickered. And it looks like they're going to have it's like a game timeout as the officials figure this out.
Check the circuit breakers.
I believe our equipment up here is separate from the main plug, or I don't know, Adam, you know. Adam Kitchen has a battery pack, so we're unaffected by this. But it looks like all the headsets, nothing seems to be working right now. Everything kind of just flickered. So I don't know how long this delay is going to last. The scoreboard reset to everything reset. So I think what might be best is if we just kind of take a break right now. And we'll come back whenever we figure out whatever this power outage is. So we will be back at some point. All right, welcome back from that very strange little timeout here. We weren't really gone for that long, maybe about a minute. Everything seems to be working again. The PA system shut off. The scoreboard reset. The coach's headset didn't seem to work either, so I'm not quite sure what happened, but it looks like whatever it is has been fixed. Old Rochester, that's DeWolf up the middle. I don't think he got in, but he's very close. For 45,
maybe.
Dylan DeWolf, he is going to be stopped short, so this is going to bring up a critical 3rd and 3. I'm not sure. Well, Tom, the other coach isn't Pete Carroll. They don't have Marshawn Lynch in their backfield. Try to throw that to Ricardo Lockett. What are they going to do?
Malcolm Butler. Where's Malcolm Butler when you need him, right?
Another handoff inside to DeWolf. Actually, keeper.
He wasn't.
Wow, what a great play.
Great option
by McIntyre to get that at the Childs.
Anthony Childs.
I thought he was caught in the backfield.
Rochester.
I thought Danny Silva had him.
I really thought he had two, and somehow McIntyre got that ball out to Childs. And as it stands right now, that ties the game at 13 with 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining in the first half.
Well, the Cardinals get the ball back with 1.5 minutes at least to work with. Let's see what they can do. If they can move the ball into field goal position or go for a touchdown.
The extra point for the Bulldogs is up, and it is good. Number 52, that's Jonathan Borsari again with the extra point. 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining in the first half.
To play here in the first half.
Score is an extra point away from being tied. It's 14-13 in favor of the Bulldogs.
It's been a great first half of football.
This is everything we could have expected with a 6-0 versus a 6-0
Two
team out
undefeated
there.
teams are really struggling out here, and you know, Cardinals got 1.5 minutes. Let's see what they can do with it.
Let's just see if there's going to be any more power outages in this game. I don't think anything is quite as famous as the Super Bowl power outage there. The Ravens and 49ers, I believe.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to remember the year, but yeah.
It was 2012, I believe.
That was
2013, I think.
in New Orleans.
Right.
It was in New Orleans.
Number 11,
Baltimore was cruising in that game. That kind of stopped the momentum.
I was going to say Prince was the halftime act, but that was Miami and with him in the rain.
No, that absolute pouring rain. I forget who the halftime show for that one was, but no matter. It's going to be returned by Clayton Dyer for Case.
Oh, we got an angle
around him. Dyer's still on his feet, going to slide down. That didn't look good.
Looked like a little face mask there, but I don't know.
Yeah, he slid down to the 35-yard line.
The Cardinals got 1.5 minutes to move the ball into scoring position.
I'm going to look up that halftime show at the break. I'm thinking, was that the Black Eyed Peas? Might have been the Black Eyed Peas.
At his own 34-yard line.
I honestly don't know.
Oh, I think you're right. The Black Eyed Peas, that's right. They were in New Orleans.
The next year was Bruno Mars. That was the Denver-Seattle game, which was terrible.
Yep.
And then the next year, Super Bowl 49 was Patriots-Seahawks. That was the Katy Perry Shark. Or
oh, yeah, that's right. Well.
Dancing Shark. Silva looks like he's going to keep that himself. Silva up the middle.
Wide hole.
And tackled at about the 40-yard line by number 4, Camden Brzezinski for the Bulldogs.
Big hole in the middle. Ran right through.
It's 15 seconds. Looks like they're going to go no huddle here. Officially spotted the 42-yard line. A gain of 7 for Case. 2nd and 3. Silva rolling to his left, looking to throw this. Going to dump it off.
Oh,
no! Bulldogs. That was not good. It looked like Dyer may have slipped on that. I'm not sure.
Bad choice to throw that.
But Brzezinski going to get the interception on the play for the Bulldogs with exactly 1 minute to go.
It's a dangerous play. Now Old Rochester's got the ball.
Old Rochester with plenty of time and a high-octane, up-tempo offense can come down and make this a 21-13 game at halftime, which is not what Case had expected would happen on that drive.
No, crucial point in this game for the Cardinals defense. They need to stop them here. They don't want to go in on down 8.
Bulldogs going to get the ball to the 39-yard line. Another handoff inside. That's going to be Cody, and he's still going to rumble ahead. Yeah, when he has his legs shirted, he's hard to bring down.
I think Old Rochester probably has 1 timeout. The Cardinals probably have 1 timeout left.
2nd and 4, 6-yard gain for the Bulldogs. Another handoff to Cody. He's going to run into a wave of Case defenders. Looks like he kind of ran into the back of his own guy there. And eventually brought down, I believe, a timeout going to be called by the Bulldogs. Let's see. Yes, eventually called by the Bulldogs. 35 seconds. I don't blame them for calling a timeout there. This is a really big play. That was no gain in the play. That's going to be a 3rd and 4 from the 33-yard line.
31, 32. I don't know if they're in field goal position. I don't know what kind of distance the kid from Old Rochester, their kicker, has, but if they move it 10 yards closer, they could be in field goal position.
kicker was Bassari, number 52. I mean, we've only seen him kick extra points. I don't know if he has a booming kick, but if he does, that would be about a 50-yard field goal from right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they move it another 10 yards, they get maybe a 30-yard shot if he has that leg.
Motioning one man, that's going to be no. Tyler, no, number 2. No means yes. And he's going to score a touchdown.
So much for the field goal.
No on the carry.
And silencing this Case crowd, and I don't blame it. That's 2 very quick touchdowns there for the Bulldogs. And just like that, it's a 20-13. That's high-power offense is certainly being put on display in this game. 26 seconds to go in the first half. Score is going to be 20-13. Extra point by Bassari can make it an 8-point game.
It's kind of unfortunate that the Cardinals gave up that interception.
Right, that could have come down the field and get something. Extra point is up, almost blocked.
Whoa.
And that was not the, actually that's no good. That might have been partially tipped.
I was going to say, it didn't look like it cleared the bar.
That didn't look too promising coming out. I think
with 25
someone on Case
to play,
just barely tipped that.
In the first half.
That's a positive to build up for the Cardinals. They keep it within 1 score.
So it's still a 1-score game with an extra point at least. It's 20-13.
Case has got 25 seconds. Let's see what their offense can do with this.
I mean, their offense is capable of coming down the field and scoring with 25.7 seconds, officially what it is. More, I mean, Silva did go after an interception, so it's possible to just hand the ball off, run the clock out.
So I was going to say, you might want to be conservative.
And they do get the ball to start the second half, because Old Rochester did elect to receive to start the game and threw an interception on the 4th or 5th play, I believe. So what do you do as Case? Do you risk it? Do you run, go for it? You can see if you can bust the kickoff here.
Let's see what kind of field position they get after the kickoff. Then the coaches will decide. But
number 4.
I would take my boys into the locker room and regroup.
Brzezinski going to do the kicking. That's going to be a, wow, good kick by Brzezinski. That was on a line to the 10-yard line. Picked up by Costa. And Costa's going to be tackled just past the 30-yard line. So not terrific field position, but it could be worse.
It's about the 32 with 18 seconds left. I think it's time to take a knee for the Cardinals.
Take a knee, hand the ball off, do something here. Go, I believe they don't, I don't think they actually go up to the locker room. I think they just kind of stay in the end zone. But the Bulldogs are going to call a timeout. 18.8 seconds remaining in the first half.
It's been a very entertaining first half of football here for both sides.
That's definitely.
Unfortunately, the turnovers have played a big part of this game.
I believe Case has 2 turnovers. Both teams have 2 turnovers.
Both teams have 2 turnovers, 2 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery.
And then Old Rochester, right? Case has 2 interceptions. The Bulldogs have an interception and a fumble recovery. Right. If the fumble recovery for the Bulldogs luckily ended up actually leading to a touchdown for them because Silva was picked off in the very next play.
Well, both teams have capitalized.
Exactly, and remember, Old Rochester was intercepted the first drive, and Case came all the way down. So Silva is actually, is he gonna go? He's gonna go under center for this. Looks like probably just a handoff up the middle, if I had to guess. And it will be. That's Costa. Costa spin move, and finally going to be tackled by a couple of Old Rochester players, including number 51.
That should be the last play of the first half. We're going to run the clock down.
5 seconds to go, and that is going to do it for the first half of football here from Cardinal Stadium. The score's 20-13 in favor of Old Rochester. We are going to take a break, and we'll be back to bring you the second half.
Old Rochester.
Welcome back to the start of the second half here from Cardinal Stadium. We spent the last couple minutes rocking out the journey up here as Don't Stop Believin' has been blasting around the stadium. The score currently is 20-13 in favor of Old Rochester in a game, Tom, that has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
Exactly. Nobody should be disappointed watching these 2 high school teams battle out tonight. Fun-filled second half of football ready to come up.
The kickoff for the Bulldogs. That might go out of bounds. Actually, it stays in bounds. Case has to get that ball. That's an outside kick. If Old Rochester gets it, finally picked up by Dyer.
Oh, little face mask there, but
finally tackled out. That's the 24-yard line. Oh, by the way, just a reminder that this is Tyler Clark for Swansea Cable Access, Channel 9. Next to me is Adam Kitchen, the director, doing a phenomenal job as always. Next to me on my left here is Tom Cabral. 2 graduates of Case High School, except we were apart by 30 years. I was 2009, 1979. Actually, went to high school with my mother.
Oh, okay. Now we're really going to start aging. Mom, he loves you. And I have my granddaughter here, so we're really hitting the age.
She's around here somewhere. She's been
10 Cardinals at their own 24.
First and 10 for the Cardinals. First play of the second half. Silva's going to keep that himself up the middle. He goes. I kind of left Silva the head of steam.
Oh, nice gain.
Tackle.
Nice gain on that one.
First down marker.
That offensive line opened that hole up for the Cardinals running back.
It's going to be a first down for Silva. He's good at running. He can take off and lower that ball.
Cardinals at their own 35.
7-point advantage for the Bulldogs. It could be 21-14, but each team has missed an extra point, which is pretty much offset at this point in the game. Well, the first and 10 for the Cardinals here, motioning Kudo in front of him. Silva hands off to Costa. Costa in the back and cut. He's going to be tackled. Excellent play by the Bulldogs. That was number 52, Jonathan Basari.
Oh, Rochester's defense ate him up on that. Nobody got fooled on that run.
That's Basari, who also doubles as their kicker, too. A junior defensive lineman listed as 6'4", 235 pounds.
They've got some big kids on that old Rochester side, and they pulled from 3 schools?
They play
3 towns?
3 towns, Marion, Mattapoisett, and Rochester. And I believe some of them have like select choice because Old Rochester is very good at athletics, so I think if you live in a neighboring town, you can choose to go to Old Rochester and play sports there. Silva going to throw that, and that's incomplete. He was looking for Sherratt. He had to get that ball out of there pretty fast because he had 2 Old Rochester defenders right in his face.
Danny went down hard on that one. I think he was just trying to get rid of it.
Yeah, he did. It wasn't intercepted.
Third down, 12.
Third and 12 coming up for Case.
9 minutes, 35 seconds. The temperatures are beginning to drop here.
It's usually what happens this time of year. It's October the 19th. Overall, though, a very quick game. The first quarter went by in lightning speed. The second one went by a little slower, rather.
Well, the whole first half was great football. Everybody should be entertained.
Silva looking to throw this empty backfield. Still has it across the middle. It's complete.
Oh, nice pass.
He was open at the 50-yard line. Costa's going to be spun down by number 15, Jonathan Hamilton of the Bulldogs, after a large gain.
Chris really got free on that one. He stood in the middle, and Danny found him. Nice pickup of about 25 yards.
A 25-yard gain on the play for Case. Every game I always bring 2 Powerades with me. I'm almost done with the first one, so I just had to get the second one.
I'm a lemonade guy, sugar-free myself. So
this is a sugar-free Powerade Zero. Silva going to keep that himself. Penalty flag on the field. That came flying out from the official on the far sideline.
I think we're going to hold on the
Cardinals. That had hold written all over it there when it comes from that side of the field. And we'll see what the official call is going to be. But Case is going back, so it looks like it's going to be on Case.
Okay, we're moving back a little bit here,
and it is another holding penalty.
Holding on the Cardinals.
Been a lot of holding penalties this game, what I've noticed.
Yeah. When they get into the tough zone there where hand-to-hand combat's going on with the lines, grab a hold of a jersey, you get the flag.
Yeah, that'll back Case up by 10 yards. It'll be a first and 20. That's going to put them at their own 47. 47-yard line, 9 minutes or so remaining here in the third quarter. Silva empty backfield once again, shotgun formation, takes a stab, looking to his right, got to throw that. He's got Costa.
Wide open.
He's open. Costa got to come back. Touchdown. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Silva, wow.
Chris Costa busted that open. A 53-yard touchdown pass.
Beautiful pass by Danny. Beautiful pass by Danny. And Chris Costa, he seems to find that open niche, and he's gone.
And Case is an extra point away from tying this game.
Jared Rebello on to attempt the extra point.
Rebello out for the kicking. 8 minutes and 51 seconds to go in the third quarter. Under the hold of Silva, the ball is up. The kick is good. He got it. So they'll tie the score at 20.
We have a tie game here.
20, Old Rochester 20.
Case's defense needs to hold pat. I don't think Old Rochester, for that matter, I don't think either team has punted this game.
No, there's been no punts. Surprisingly, this is the most points that a team has scored on Old Rochester this year. As we talked about earlier, a 5.5 point average their defense has given up. Case is really putting it to them.
And I was looking at the Old Rochester scores. before this game, they're not winning like defensive battles like 7-0, 14-0. I mean, they are crushing opponents.
They've been blowouts, and this is probably
35-0, 42-0. I mean, it hasn't been even close.
This is probably the first time that Old Rochester's been tested this season. Let's see what they do. The Cardinals have been in close matches all year, and they've pulled their undefeated record through. So
Old Rochester most likely hasn't actually had to play too many meaningful quarters here at the end of the game because they just jumped out to such early leads. But Case is certainly giving them a run for their money here. Tied at 20. Same as everything we could have hoped for the South Coast Championship.
That touchdown really put the Case crowd back into it. Lots of excitement in the stands.
Very good turnout. We have a big student section as well. They're all kind of standing up. And onside kick by Case. Ball's on the ground, and Old Rochester got that.
Yeah.
Try to be sneaky about that. Number 32,
Rochester.
Noah Mata, recovered that kick for the Bulldogs. He's on the roster as a junior tight end and linebacker, 5'9", 170 pounds. He's trying to get sneaky in that, but that was a good heads-up play there by Mata to get that. As a result, that's going to give Old Rochester excellent field position here.
It's good that the Cardinals are aggressive. Let's see if the defense can put a stop to it and get the ball back for their offense.
I think Case might be figuring it's like, well, the Old Rochester offense has been
I don't
running
think
over us.
anybody was expecting that except for number 32.
Yeah, Namada with a good play. And shaking tackles. Wow, excellent play there by Desmond Diaz, number 5 for the Bulldogs. Desmond Diaz, a senior running back. I haven't said his name all game. Was he just not playing
the
first
first
half?
time I think he's run, but he bounced. He hit the hole, bounced, found another opening, and made a nice little gain for himself.
I wonder if he was injured, because I don't remember him playing at all in the first half, and he's a senior.
I think he was like one of the first series before the interception had run the ball.
Oh, did he? All right.
Didn't really have much of a gain.
2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs. Dias, actually, no, that's a keeper. That's going to be number 20. That's Cody.
Oh,
and
nice
be
defense by the Cardinals.
Cody on the carry.
By a couple of Case players. Dyer was in there on the tackle. I'm not sure who else was.
Cardinals shut that.
Dyer on the tackle.
The Cardinals shut that hole down real quick on the left side.
Bulldogs like to run that misdirection. A 2-yard gain. This is a 3rd and 3 for the Bulldogs. This is a huge play for Case.
For Old Rochester.
I would imagine this could bring up a punt if they don't get
Be
it.
a big stop for the Cardinals if they can stop them here. Get the momentum back going on the Cardinal side.
High formation for McIntyre. Hands off inside this Dias again.
He's got the first.
And I believe he got the first down on that one.
Desmond Dias on the carry.
Plowing right ahead, picks up a first down. We're going to move the sticks, and indeed it is a first down for the Bulldogs. So once again, the Bulldogs are coming out and moving the ball very well on this drive. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. 7 minutes and 32 seconds to go in the third quarter.
38.
Cardinal defense needs to buckle under. They can't let this Old Rochester running attack get going.
McIntyre hands it off to Childs, Anthony Childs. Boy, he is so fast.
I can say that. He's really quick. Once he gets the ball, he gets those feet moving, and boom, he pops out to the outside.
Childs and Cody, they get to the outside, and they just keep on going. It's a gain of about, let's say, 6 yards. I would say about a gain of 6 on that play.
5 on the play. We'll bring up
2nd and 4.
down 5.
Make that especially
Cardinal
important. 2nd and 5 from the 33. That's a short 5. McIntyre, another I formation. Gonna take the snap, hands off inside. That's Dias again. Dias!
Virtually
all the way into the end zone for a touchdown for the Bulldogs. This is looking like a game where the team with the ball last might end up winning.
Don't know what happened to the defense on that. That hole opened up, and
Dias was even touched on that play. It looks like he just kind of cut once and off he went. 7 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the third quarter. That'll make the score 27-20.
Well, for something we thought was going to be a defensive battle, is looking to be an offensive show for both teams.
Actually, it's 26-20 as it is right now. The extra point would make it 27-20.
Oh,
and that extra point
he missed.
Is good. That was a line drive that barely
I
sneaked
stand
in there.
corrected. I thought he was left wide right.
7:11 to play.
7 minutes and 11 seconds to go. That makes the score 27-20 in favor of Old Rochester. Just when Case gets some momentum, Old Rochester goes down.
Needs to be moved immediately. The registration plate number is 29YY80. 29YY80.
A car that the PA announcer is talking about right now.
Needs to be moved immediately.
That needs to be
blocking the banned vehicle.
It needs to be moved.
Can't be blocking the band vehicle.
They're blocking the band. We can't have that. The band needs to get all
They have a gig they've got to get to.
I'm not sure whose car that is or if I see someone taking a mad dash for the side. Luckily that isn't mine. I parked in the second lot up there, so I know I'm fine.
I didn't park near any band vehicles, so it's not mine. But someone's going to block this off. Old Rochester offense, they're very powerful. Once they get a hold of that ball and get running, it's a machine that's hard to stop.
They've only had 2 drives that didn't result in a touchdown, and those are both turnovers. A long drive for the Bulldogs, a long kickoff rather for the Bulldogs, is going to be fielded by Costa. Got a little bit of space in front of him, and Costa's finally going to be tackled about the 22-yard line. That was a good wrap.
And we got a flag coming in late with a
late hit on the Bulldogs. That might be big.
Late
Number
hit
18,
on that one.
Adam Briel, was on the tackle originally, I believe, for Old Rochester.
And I think he's going to get called for getting hit out of bounds because he was out of bounds when that late guy came in.
That's a needless 15-yard penalty. The Old Rochester coach looks less than pleased over there. I can kind of see him coming on the field. Those are penalties that drive you crazy, and it's a hold, actually.
Holding.
Excuse me.
Oh, wow.
Well, Tom, you were wrong about that one.
The Cardinals.
I thought that was a late hit. I stand corrected. I did not see the hold. I saw someone come in late and then the flag. Very surprising with that.
Yeah, case up a little bit more. I'd see the player come in late, but sometimes momentum kind of takes you to do that.
Backs him up to the 23.
7 minutes and 3 seconds. This game may end up being a 48 to 41 shootout if this continues.
13-yard line they start from.
Fortunately, Case needs to score on virtually every drive if they want to stay in this game.
Exactly. They won't be able to trade touchdowns with these guys for much longer.
Silva gonna keep that himself, takes a handoff. There goes Silva, and he's gonna be tackled. Finally shoved out of bounds by Noah Maxwell, number 3 for the Bulldogs.
Pretty close for the first down marker. I think he gained about 8 there.
Good yard, run on the play by...
Gain of 7 on the play will bring up 2nd down and 3.
By Silva. Yeah, gain of about, I would say, 7 yards on that play. It'll be a 2nd and 3 from the 20, I believe the 20-yard line officially. We're under 7 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter now.
If the Cardinals stay within their game and just move the ball, as they've been doing, they can keep it close.
Another shotgun for Silva, rolling left, looking to throw. Gonna stop, takes off with it now. Silva gonna dump this off finally. It's completed to Sherratt, who was wide open, just kind of sitting there on the far sideline.
Number 80, Logan Sherratt.
Danny's got good field presence. He can read downfield and see some of his guys open. He's made some key plays on those passes tonight, finding the open receiver.
And you got Sherratt on that one. That's a first down for the Case. Gain of about 15 on the play.
At their own 34.
1st and 10 for Case. This is going to be from the 34-yard line. Case might need a long drive to kind of take some of Old Rochester's momentum away from him here.
I need some of that clock up.
Silva out of a shotgun, looking to throw again. And going to keep it himself, actually, after making the throw. And a nice tackle there by number 5. That's Diaz for the Bulldogs to bring him down.
Good second half so far. He's playing both sides now. Big touchdown running.
Gain of about 5, but that could have been a lot more for Silva, if not for Diaz. To bring him down. I think Silva has been out of the shotgun on every play this game except the one run to run out the first half. That was the only one I remember him being under center for. So lots of plays from the shotgun.
The Cardinals move the ball. 6 minutes left. They need a touchdown.
So almost drops it, got it back. Looking to throw. He's got Costa out there as a swingman. Silva's going to hurry and he goes down. He's actually on his feet. He didn't actually hit the ground. He's still going. How is Silva still going? And he's finally going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage. How on earth was he not down on that play? Old Rochester coach looking at the officials asking him how. I couldn't actually see from this angle. I don't know if I got that.
I don't think his knee hit the ground. He slipped. He saved himself with the hand. And for all that running, no gain.
Well, no gain is better than a loss of 7 yards. Yes, is out there talking to the officials, and a personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Bulldogs.
That's a big mistake for Old Rochester.
So I'm not sure what that unsportsmanlike conduct was. I don't even know really what happened out there.
First down Case.
At the Old Rochester 46.
That was a circus play by Silva. I mean, his knee must have been inches off that ground because he looked
I actually thought he had laid out flat, and then he popped back up. He used his hands to spring himself back up. So.
And as you said, that was a lot of running for no gain, but got upset by that penalty.
Big positive results on that one with the penalty. They're into Old Rochester territory.
Shotgun formation. Silva going to hand that off inside to Kudo, I think. He didn't get anything on that. He's tackled at the line of scrimmage.
That shut down real quick.
By
Kudo on the carry.
I'm not sure who was on the tackle. Looks like number
no gain on the
60.
Play, second down 10.
That's Rocco Giavoni for the Bulldogs. I don't think I've said his name yet this game. On the tackle for
good pronunciation there too.
Old Rochester. I think that was Giavoni. I couldn't really tell. Again, the Old Rochester.
Some jabroni out there, right?
Old Rochester uniforms are actually very hard to read from this angle. We don't have the the technology that CBS or ESPN or Fox has.
Or the eyes of a 30-year-old.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And
I only have my reading glasses with me, so.
A timeout called by Case. 4 minutes and 51 seconds.
Timeout. Cardinals.
Remaining here in the third quarter. 27-20 in favor of Old Rochester. Cheerleaders up doing a routine right now.
Fans have gotten their money's worth tonight, seeing
absolutely.
two undefeated teams battle this thing out.
And again, given this is a championship game, it can't end in a tie either. We'll go to 5 overtimes if we have to. I'm not actually sure what the rules are for overtime in high school football. I truly don't know.
I'm not familiar with them either. But
I haven't actually seen a game here go to overtime before. Although the Thanksgiving game last year almost went to overtime.
I missed last year's Thanksgiving Day. I didn't make it down here for Thanksgiving late last year. But
it was 28-20. Somerset Berkeley won the game, but they scored very late. That game could have gone either way.
Well, at halftime here, I was looking behind the press box at the hill that sits below us because when we played football here at Case, you used to have to run up the hill for the amount of points that Somerset scored on you.
Right.
And during my sophomore, junior, and senior year, we lost all 3 games, and Somerset scored 21 points in each year. So every day after practice, 21's up the hill.
21 down, right.
And I look at it now, and I don't know how we did it.
It's quite a rivalry between Case. It used to be just Case and Somerset. Now it's officially Somerset Berkeley with the merger a couple years ago. Silva going to motion Costa to his right, looking at bubble screen. Not there. Silva still on his feet, going to throw that long for Dyer, and the ball is incomplete. Excellent defense by Childs on that play for the Bulldogs.
For number 11, Clayton Dyer.
He had Clayton Dyer wide open and just got cut down in the middle.
Childs on the pass defense for Old Rochester.
And nice defense by Old Rochester. I thought he had him open. I thought it was for 6.
Silva had Costa there, but he wanted more than that. There wasn't really a whole lot there anyway. Just got a couple yards. It'll be a 3rd and 10 now for Case.
Case is calling an aggressive game offensively. They're not scared to throw it downfield. They're not scared to make some plays. So let's see if some of them can work.
Spot this at the 44-yard line. Silva once again out of a shotgun formation. Takes a step, rolling to his right, looking to throw again. Silva going to throw it across the middle. Intercepted again by the Bulldogs. That's number 5. That's Diaz. What a second half. There goes Desmond Dias. And he's going to be finally tackled just past the 40. Silva made the tackle on that. He is not happy with himself, and I can see that. That was not a very good pass.
Bad throw by Danny. Didn't have anything behind it. It just floated there and hung up. The Old Rochester defender made a nice interception on that.
And excellent field position coming up now for the Bulldogs as they look to possibly put this one away.
Case was driving. Getting into Old Rochester territory. That's something that the Cardinals need to stop. Old Rochester right here and get the momentum back on their side.
High formation again for McIntyre and his offense. He's going to hand off to, was that Cody? That was Cody, Desmond Cody. And he's already wrapped up by John Gurrell on that.
Cody on the carry.
Gain of a couple of yards. They're actually going to mark him up with the forward progress. They're a gain of about 3 yards. It'll be a 2nd and 7 for the Bulldogs.
Likes this hurry-up offense, huh?
The 35 will definitely like this hurry-up offense. Hand up to Cody again. And he's still on his feet. Wow, still churning ahead. That's a very good run by the Bulldogs. And that's going to move the sticks.
This is crucial that the Cardinals stop him here because the way Old Rochester's offense is moving, if they let him score another touchdown, it's going to be a tough battle for the Cardinals to get back in.
Sticking with the no huddle penalty flag. That looks like a false start, perhaps.
Flag is on the play.
And that, yes, it is going to be a false start on the Bulldogs. Someone wasn't completely ready. that'll back him up by 5 yards.
In the third quarter. Cardinals need a big stop here. The penalty helps, but slows down the old Rochester offense.
Will bring up first down.
All right, the penalty actually makes them stop and pretty much huddle right now.
25.
Case really needs to stop, Tom, as you've been saying. If Old Rochester scores, it's a 14-point lead, and I would force Case to stop Old Rochester once. And I'd be very surprised with the lead if they throw the ball one time.
Yeah, it's a tall task these Cardinals got in front of them if they let them score.
And Cody is met behind the line by Senecal, Garrell, and Casado. And Isaac Tucker on there on that tackle. He's met by 4 guys.
They like that play upstairs.
That thing up there, yeah. Coaches
that was a positive one. They
reacted
scored on that.
Garrell, Noah Casado, and Steve Senecal.
Cardinals swarmed on that one. That's the type of defense they need to play with this old Rochester team.
Lots of 3rd and 16 for the Bulldogs. 3rd and 17 make that for the Bulldogs. And it's going to be a pass by McIntyre looking to throw it. He finally dumps it off. It's complete. That ball is fumble. That's a fumble. I'm not sure if that's a fumble or an incomplete pass.
Oh, it's incomplete.
I don't think he had possession of that when he went down.
Well, he was hit right when he got the ball. I thought he might have fumbled, but incomplete is the call.
I don't think he had completed the catch on that, so incomplete pass.
The Cardinals defense read that screen. Nobody was fooled on that one.
Actually, Tom, that would have been actually at 2nd and 17. It's 3rd and 17 now. Right, because that was 2nd and 17. Now it's 3rd and 17. The penalty kind of messed us up in the first play there.
Let's see if the Cardinals got one big stop in them.
This is enormous for Case. I would imagine we're going to see a pass from the Bulldogs here. Unless they're going to go for 4-down territory. They could run it again, I guess. They were going to pass McIntyre. Going to stay in the pocket. Oh, he's going wrong. And that is incomplete.
Oh.
He was looking for number 11.
He was going for the jugular on that one. Wanted to put the nail in the coffin. But Case's defense held up.
He was looking for number 11.
Number 11, Clayton Dyer brings up 4th down for Old
Rochester. Pass was intended for number 11 for the Bulldogs. Man.
4th and 17, they're not punting, they're going for it.
They're going for it. That was intended for Mystery Man. He's not actually on my roster, so I have no idea who that was for the Bulldogs. There's no number 11 on this roster. Who is it? Johnny Hamilton, I was just informed, was the player for the Bulldogs. And they're going to go for this on 4th and 17, Tom. That's actually very surprising to me.
Well, too long for a field goal. They're not going to gain anything with a punt. They might as well go for it.
They've actually changed that to a 4th and 21 from a 3rd and 17. It looks like the yardage hadn't changed before, but that's even better. So 4th and 21 make that for Old Rochester. It was just displaying 17, so they must have changed that quietly. 2 minutes and 12 seconds in the third quarter. Old Rochester, maybe they'll see if they actually go for it. I guess they will. 4th and 21.
They are going for it.
They're going to double reverse. And that's no. And no for real this time. He is spun down. He got a couple of yards, but not nearly enough.
That was a big stop that they needed.
Cardinals will take over.
Tom, I'm going to be honest here. I'm very surprised about that play call. I thought they'd come out and throw it.
I thought they were kind of in no man's land there. They couldn't go for the field goal. If they kicked the punt, what are they going to gain? 20 yards? So
right.
They can go for it.
They can kick it, try to pin Case down and deep in their own territory, but they instead just went for a running play, which didn't get it. So Case will finally get a defensive stop. There still haven't been any punts in this game.
Well, the defensive-minded coach on that side feels his Old Rochester defense can stop the Cardinals. Let's see.
Costa takes the quick pass from Silva. The edge makes a couple men miss, and he finally just runs out of bounds and into the Case bench.
Number 2, Chris Costa.
Minute and 55 seconds remaining.
Gained a couple of yards on that one.
A few yards. I would say a gain of, let's see what they officially put this, a gain of about 5 on the play.
Gain of 5 on the play.
2nd and 5 for Case from the 33-yard line.
Minute 57 left here in the third quarter. It's going to be an exciting fourth quarter coming up.
He did go out of bounds, so the clock did stop. I believe it's the same rules as college, isn't it? Once if you get a first down or you go out of bounds, the clock stops. A timeout called by Case. They're going to talk about this for a second.
Do the clock stop on first downs?
I believe they stop on first downs. I believe they stop until it's set. Right, so it's kind of like college, and they stop when it rolls out of bounds again until it's set. The NFL, if you go out of bounds, the clock stops until it's set. But if you get a first down in the NFL, the clock just keeps on moving.
Unfortunately for my Giants, the only thing they've done this year is going out of bounds.
Your Giants had a rough Thursday night there last week against the Eagles. They play on Monday night against Matt Ryan and the Falcons. I think it's at Atlanta, isn't it?
I'll be in bed early that night.
Silva going to throw again.
Highlights.
He's throwing, and that's intercepted again by the Bulldogs. That's Tyler No.
That's a tough throw to make.
And he's going to be tackled. Silva can't believe it out there.
Silva's pass intercepted.
That's a tough throw to make across the field. The ball's in the air for too long.
He's still just kind of standing there in disbelief. Case absolutely did not need that. Tyler No with the interception. And now we can see why the old Rochester defense has not allowed many points this year.
That's why, like I said, the coach put the confidence in his defense. They'd be able to stop these Cardinals. Now let's see if the Cardinals defense can stop this powerful old Rochester offense. They don't want the game to begin to get away from them.
They stopped them. They stopped them last time, so they can do it. It can be done. The machine can be stopped.
Well, they've played them close all game long. It'd be a shame to see it let it get away from them now.
Minute 44 seconds remaining. That's a quarterback keeper for McIntyre. And he'll be tackled, pushed out of bounds by LeCompte past the first down marker. But that'll remove the sticks for the Bulldogs, who still hold a 7-point lead.
1:37 left here in the third quarter. The Cardinals down by 7. They need a big defensive stop here.
First and 10, old Rochester at the Cardinal 29.
Be a first and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 29-yard line. A touchdown here might be a dagger. Hopefully Case can stop them. McIntyre again, he's going to hand that off inside to Cody. And Cody's going to be stood down after a gain of a couple of yards. Jackson Cody, the junior running back.
He's a very talented runner. Quick feet, hits the hole with purpose.
Given the fact that he's a junior, the Bulldogs will get one more year out of him next year.
The rich get richer.
Exactly. Well, Rochester seems to be good every year in every sport. It's just basketball, football, baseball are always good.
The advantage of pulling from 3 towns, you know.
Minute to go. McIntyre rolling right, looking to throw that, and he is going to throw. The pass is complete to number 18, Adam Brialt for the Bulldogs.
Number 18, Adam Brialt.
I remember my sophomore year, I was on the JV baseball team, and Old Rochester beat us 26-1. It was quite a beatdown.
It's funny how you remember the big losses.
The next year, though, we only won 2 games all year, and one of them, when we were winless pretty far into the year, was against Old Rochester. Huge upset. They were a really good team. Hand off inside. That's Diaz, I'm not sure. He's still just churning ahead. He still goes. The ball is on the ground, actually.
Cardinal ball.
That ball is
like the Cardinals got it.
And let's see what the officials say. Tom, you think K's got that? And they did! Wow!
Recovered by the Cardinals.
That's the momentum change that they needed. Just when Old Rochester can put the game away, Case stays in it. They still have some life.
I saw that maroon arm come out and grab that ball on the ground. The Cardinals defense holds on. It's going to be an exciting fourth quarter here coming up.
So Diaz with the fumble on that. He was just churning ahead. If he had just been tackled originally without fighting for the extra yardage, he might not have fumbled it, but.
Nope. Didn't go down. He wanted to carry everybody in the end zone.
28 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Cardinals at their own 5-yard line.
Silva will get another shot at this. Shotgun formation.
Going
to take off and run with this. He just have 4 interceptions already in the game. At a very short gain. I don't think you get anything on that.
If one or 2 yards, if that.
That'll probably be it for the third quarter. We have 15 seconds. I'd be very surprised if they ran another play here.
That'll probably be the last play of the third quarter.
It looks like they are just going to trickle the clock down. So at the end of the 3 quarters, the score is 27-20 in favor of Old Rochester. We will take a short break and be back for the fourth quarter. All right, welcome back with the start of the fourth and final quarter here from Cardinal Stadium. Score is 27-20, and Tom, this has just been an incredible game.
11 minutes left in this slugfest. Both these teams are taking each other to the brink.
Both teams undefeated, 2nd and 8 for Case. Silva has to watch himself. He does have 4 interceptions in this game. Inside handoff to Chris Costa. And he'll be tackled. He didn't get a first down, but he's fairly close. A little bit of misdirection on that.
I think we'll see some ball control, some conservative calling here to try to eat some clock out because that old Rochester offense is powerful. You can't give them the ball with lots of time on the clock because we've seen what they've been able to do with it.
Oh, most definitely. As we've been saying, no punts. But I will point out something. There have been 7 turnovers in this game.
Exactly. That's because both teams are throwing it out there. They're putting it all on the field. They both want this game desperately. 3rd and 2
for K. Silva. Going to motion Kudo in front of him. Silva going to keep that himself. And he's going to get a first down. There goes Danny Silva. Spin move. Tackled by a couple of old Rochester players. And that'll move the sticks, though. A first down for Case.
Protect that ball. You don't want another turnover now.
Tackled at about the 24, make that 23-yard line.
Gain of 10 on the play is good for a Cardinal first down.
And the clock's moving.
Cardinals.
Positive things for Case. Positive field. Keep marching the ball. Keep old Rochester's offense off the field.
10 minutes to go in the game. The last 2 old Rochester drives have been a turnover rundowns and then a fumble, so they can be stopped. Silva, shotgun formation again. He's going to motion Kudo in front of him. There's the snap, handoff to Chris Costa, cutting back inside, and he's going to be met by a wave of old Rochester players. That play did not go anywhere. May have lost. He did lose a couple
yards. Whatever daylight was there, closed up very fast.
So excellent job by the Bulldogs up there to close in on that tackle. Number 59 led the charge for the Bulldogs. That's Jack Gerard, a junior lineman.
Gain of 2 on the play.
It's a well-balanced attack this old Rochester has brought here to Swansea tonight. And Case has done a good job going with them toe-to-toe, being the smaller school that they are. These kids have everything to be proud of for their performance tonight.
Most definitely. Gain of about 1 on the play for the Bulldogs. For Case against the Bulldogs. Silva going to roll to his left, looking to throw again. Across the middle, that's batted down, incomplete.
Dangerous pass there.
Incomplete.
That was number 5, that was Dias.
Number 5, Desmond Dias.
It went from being, Thomas, we said invisible in the first half to just being a force the second half.
We've said his name many times in the second half, and like you say, didn't hear from him in the first half.
I'm not sure if he was just benched by a coach's decision. I honestly didn't even notice if he was out there.
I think he's just saved his batteries for the last quarter because this kid is really making a name for himself out there tonight on both sides of the ball.
So at the 3rd and 9 coming up for Case. This is a big play as an understatement. 9 minutes remaining. Silva, 3 wide receivers right, 1 to his left, looking to throw, steps back. Across the middle, that's completed. That's Costa on a screenplay. Chris Costa making a couple of angles. There goes Chris Costa. He's still on the sideline. There he goes. Chris Costa has busted this for a long touchdown. Wow.
Chris Costa.
Unbelievable. That was a great play, Chris Costa.
Chris Costa. Wow. That play looked like that was going to go anywhere.
I thought they had him over here. He saw some daylight and it was gone. Old Rochester's got to be in shock.
The
26 points.
8 minutes and 44 seconds. It's a 1-point game. It's 27-26.
Nobody's put up this many points on this old Rochester defense this year. They got to be in shock. Never expecting this from the Cardinal offense.
And what I kind of build is a David versus Goliath game coming in here. Case has definitely been in it. The ball is up. The kick from Rebello is good.
And we got a tie with 8 minutes and 44 seconds left.
27-27 in a game that has had everything so far.
Rochester, 27.
They really couldn't have asked for a better game than this.
No, everyone's got their money's worth. The people are getting excited. Case fans are excited. Old Rochester fans are excited. It's going to be a great final 8 minutes of football here.
Old Rochester.
Slugfest between these two teams.
Old Rochester is getting the ball. As I said before, their last 2 drives have been a turnover on downs and a punt, so they're not completely unstoppable. It's not a turnover on downs and a fumble. What I was going to get to the punt was there haven't been any punts by either team this game.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. A mistake is going to make this game. The team that plays perfect without making a mistake will win this.
In this 4th quarter, I think I agree with you. And neither team has been perfect. Silva himself has 4 interceptions, but Old Rochester turned the ball over 3 times themselves.
They've both been making the mistakes. That's why right now, ball protection, keeping the defense tight for the Cardinals is key. They can't let this powerful Old Rochester offense run away with it.
They have a good 1-2 punch there with Cody and Child, although we've been seeing Dias a lot, as well as DeWolf back there for the Bulldogs. And don't quit on Cole McIntyre, the senior quarterback, because he can take off and run with it too. Rebello, kind of a squib kick, that's going to be fielded by the Bulldogs. And a good little run, a couple of yards on that return. I don't actually know who was on the return.
Well, Rochester's going to have good starting position here at the 43.
Looks like number 25, Hiller Drew Jr., a junior running back, was out there on the return for the Bulldogs. He's on the roster as Junior Hiller Drew. I imagine that should be Drew Hiller. I have no idea.
Let's see how tough this Case defense is going to be.
Doesn't matter. Old Rochester, they got a lot of red cheerleaders going. Crowd is going. Hand off to Dias, and a tackle by number 59 for a Case. That's Bradley Delacour. And number 1, Keegan LeComte. Both on the tackle, gain of about 4 yards on the play. It'll be a 2nd and 6 for the Bulldogs from the 47.
I think Desmond Dias there was spotted real quick in Case put him in his place. Let's see if they can do it again.
4-yard gain. Another handoff, that's going to go to the right. That's Child. He's still on his feet, Anthony Child. Penalty flag on the field. It's thrown. He's spun out of bounds by Dyer.
They still call clipping? Do they still call clipping in high school?
I believe they still call clipping. Is that what you think it was?
It looked like a clip to me. Blocking in the back.
It looks like a hold, actually, what the referee is talking about. Regardless, it's going to be on the Bulldogs. Let's see what the official penalty is.
That negates any run, any gain that the Bulldogs have made.
I believe they call clipping. I know they call blocks in the back or illegal contact.
I know that if it's called clipping or blocking in the back.
And a holding on Old Rochester. The Case coach is having a talk with the official. Actually, there's going to be two penalties on Old Rochester. One of them is negated, which meant nothing, so the other one stays.
So that's a positive for Case, backs up Old Rochester.
That'll put it
brings them back to their own 38.
38-yard line, 7 minutes and 57 seconds to go in this high-octane game.
2nd and 16.
38-yard line.
2nd and 16. McIntyre going to go have an I formation again. He's got 2 wide receivers to his right.
16.
Come on, Case. Put up a big stand here.
McIntyre gets it to Anthony Child, and he is fast. And he'll be tackled by LeComte on that play after he got past the original line of scrimmage. It'll be about a 3rd and 9 for the Bulldogs.
Got back about 6 of those yards that they were penalized.
Make that a 3rd and 8 from the 45. Wow, this is a critical. Actually, according to the scoreboard, it's a 3rd and 99. 3rd and 99.
3rd down 8.
They just corrected.
It's a big stop for the Cardinals. If they can stop them here, it'll be a big momentum swing.
McIntyre rolling right. That's a pass. He's going to throw that out there, and it's completed to No. That's Tyler No, number 2. He stepped out of bounds.
Got the first down, though.
I'll give them credit. That was a very good play by the Bulldogs. Tyler No on the receiving end of that pass from Colin McIntyre. Excuse me, Cole McIntyre. Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. First down for the Bulldogs, and that took all the momentum out of this crowd.
You can see that developing in front of you, and you knew it was going to be bad.
Tyler No, a senior wide receiver, has had a very good game as well for the Bulldogs. He's had at least 1 interception. I think he has 2.
Cardinals need a big stop here. You can't let Old Rochester score.
McIntyre hands off to, that's Cody. He's still on his feet, wrapped up at last by Ty Kudo.
It's amazing. This kid gets hit, bounces, gets hit again, bounces again. Every play he's run, he's been hit 2 or 3 times at the line and somehow manages to get away.
Jackson Cody.
They're not wrapping him. They need to wrap him up.
Reminds me of Warwick Dunn, old running back in the NFL. Played for the Falcons, Buccaneers for several years.
Oh, yes, I'm familiar with him.
He's short. He's the short running back as well. He kind of very fast.
In the style of Dave Neggett.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Let's head up to Dias, and he's finally getting tackled by LeComte past the 20. He is not like your man Saquon Barkley there.
No.
It was the calf size of a moose.
Yeah, the only positive thing for the Giants this year is Barkley.
Saquon Barkley.
But he is the real deal. This kid, though, Diaz, he's made a name for himself in the second half. He's come up with some big plays and big runs.
I don't know where he was in the first half, but he is.
No, we didn't call his name at all. That's always keeps saying this second half is Diaz.
Everywhere. He's in there again. I can see him behind DeWolf in the I formation. There you go. Hit it to him again. Diaz up the middle. Finally tackled by a couple of Case players.
Diaz on the carry.
Looks like John Gurrell was the lead tackler on that play for the Cardinals.
It would be a first and goal situation for Old Rochester.
First and goal for the Bulldogs. We have 6 minutes remaining in the game. It's going to be marked at about the 8-yard line.
10 on the play is good for an Old Rochester first down. It'll be first and goal for the Bulldogs.
This is certainly a critical play here because that would give the Bulldogs the lead with a little over under 6 minutes remaining in the game. 5 minutes and 50 seconds to be exact, is what is just displayed on the scoreboard. McIntyre, he only has Dias behind him. Be a handoff to him for the middle. It's actually a keeper by McIntyre, and he'll be tripped up immediately.
Number 8, Cole McIntyre on the carry.
So like Kuda was in the tackle there.
The Case defense read that well. They blocked that middle, didn't let him get through.
Gain of a few on the play. I would say gain of about
3 on the play.
3 on the yard.
Second down goal to go at the Cardinal 5-yard
Second to go from the 5. 5 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the game. Tie game, 20-20. Excuse me, 27-27, not 20-20.
Case needs a big stop here. They can hold them to a field goal.
McIntyre to Diaz, and in he goes. Touchdown. Actually,
that hole opened up.
Was that McIntyre that kept it? I think he might have kept it himself.
Yeah, quarterback keeper.
Quarterback keeper. He faked it to McIntyre. To Diaz, and McIntyre kept it himself. And with 5 minutes to go in the game, that will bring a hush to this Case crowd. Now you got to wonder.
Well, he saw it develop in front of him. Everybody blocked the middle. He saw the hole on the outside and went to the left and unscathed going in.
They'll make it.
Sorry to attempt the extra point.
33-27. The ball is down. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. He missed it. Wow, that could be big in this game.
Alive.
With 5:01 to play in the game.
That was a missed kick by Basari. I'm not sure.
That's a stunning development.
Imagine if the game is decided by that.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. Case
extra.
has missed an extra point. Now they've missed 2 extra points.
All right, it's 30. If they ever made the extra points, it'd be 35-28 right now.
Yeah, it would be a 1 touchdown. Now the Cardinals got a chance.
They have a chance to come down and take the lead. That's provided that Rebello can make the extra point himself if they score.
They need to protect the ball. They can't force anything. They can't turn over the ball. And they need to march down the field, eat some clock, score, and put this one to bed. Because it's all for the South Coast Championship tonight. And I'm telling you, fans here, no matter who wins, they are not disappointed with the performance on both sides.
This has been an excellent,
both these teams are proud.
Excellent game.
And I'm telling you, Rochester has to be in shock to have this many points scored on them.
Right, especially since, let's see, they've given up 5.5 points a game and they've played 6 games. This is probably almost as many points as they've allowed in every game all season combined.
Well, it was like 300 to 33 they
33,
outscored their opponents.
So this is almost as many points as they've given up all year. They're getting fielded by Lacombe, and they'll just run out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So Case has a chance to come down and take the lead. Now,
65 yards to pay dirt for the Cardinals.
Case has to be careful because this is great if they come down and score, but you have to be able to score and then not leave the Bulldogs any time on the clock.
Nope.
If they bust the huge play in the first play, that's great.
First down and 10 at their own 34.
You're a football guy. What comes to mind for me is I'm good at football history. The Super Bowl, Cardinals and Steelers. Larry Fitzgerald had that huge touchdown.
Exactly.
With like 2 minutes to go, and he gave Roethlisberger all this time to come down the field and score. So you have to just not give them enough time. It's hard to say that, but Case has to be careful here. Silva going to keep that himself. Up the middle it goes. Spinbo ball on the ground. Oh no, that could be a disaster.
They recovered it.
And Case did get the ball back.
That's why
luckily, that would have been.
That would have been a game killer for the Cardinals.
That could have done it. Very close. The cameraman just turned around and mouthed that to me. And that's actually ends up being a gain of 5.
Gain 5 yards, but you got to protect that ball. You can't afford to put it on the ground because if they put it on the ground and lose it, or put it in the air and lose it, they might as well just back it up because they won't recover.
He's lucky there. 2nd and 5, still out of a shotgun again. This is where legends are made. Fakes the handoff, now gives it to Costa, actually. Costa still on his feet. Tackles back up the 50-yard line. First down as the sticks move for the Cardinals.
As they move into Old Rochester territory with 4 minutes left.
Childs was in there on the tackle for the Bulldogs, number 23.
First down.
4 minutes to go.
First and 10, Cardinals.
Cardinals are driving.
47.
Now it's crunch time.
Case is going to try to waste as much time. This will probably be the last drive of the game for them regardless. 3 minutes and 51 seconds. That missed extra point can be enormously critical in this game for Case. Silva out of a shotgun. Again, he's going to motion Costa. Keeps it himself. Silva up the middle. He didn't really gain much of anything on that play. He looks injured now. That isn't good. Silva actually going to get to his feet. He does look a little banged up. He's limping out there.
Yeah, nobody was fooled on that one.
No gain on the play. Second down, 10.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 for Case.
Down to 3 minutes, 30 seconds. The clock's moving.
3.5. Case wants to score and take as much time as absolutely possible off this clock to not leave the Bulldogs any time. It is 33-27. 3 minutes and 17 seconds are all that remains in this game. And Tom, you can see Case out there taking their time. They know what they're doing. This drive is going to decide the game one way or the other.
Well, for senior night, these seniors have put it on the field.
Casa with the screen pass. Got some blocking in front of him, and he's going to be tackled. He didn't get enough of the first down, but he came close. He'll be tackled at the 40-yard line.
Gain of 7 on the play.
7-yard gain.
Third down, 3.
3rd and 3 here.
This is 4-down territory.
For Case, yeah, they're definitely going to go for it if they don't get it.
Got to go.
2 minutes and 43 seconds. This is certainly a nerve-wracking time right now.
And as you said earlier, nobody's punted. Right now, no one's going to punt.
This game's going to go puntless. Like the Super Bowl. I think there's one punt, I think. Silva shotgun again, 3 wide receivers right. Silva gonna reverse handoff to Costa, and he's gonna be met behind the line by Diaz again. Wow, what a great play by the Bulldogs there. That was an excellent job by Diaz.
Number 5, Desmond Diaz.
Case calls a timeout.
And a timeout called by
Lost
Case.
a yard on the play.
2 minutes and 14 seconds to go.
Down and 4 for the Cardinals. Timeout.
All Rochester with a lot of momentum. That crowd is quite loud on the other side. Diaz has been the game changer in this game, at least in this half of the Bulldogs.
He's really risen up to make a name for himself in the second half. Unheard of in the first half. He's all over the place in the second half.
That was a great tackle by Diaz. I will give him immense credit for that. Actually, Case lost a yard on that. It'll be a 4th and 4 from the 44. We got 4s everywhere here with 2 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in the game, I might add.
Case's undefeated season, all rides on this play.
This is
the
pretty
South
much
Coast
it.
Championship, all rides on this play.
This is the game right here. I mean, Case still has the timeouts left, but the way Old Rochester run the ball, they can run the ball a couple times, run out the clock, and win the game 33-27.
And I believe no one has left the stadium today.
No, everyone is still here.
Everyone is still here.
Crowd is behind Case. We have people standing up. Silva out of a shotgun. Here we go. It's the game. Silva looking to throw. Gonna stay in the pocket. Rolling to his right. Gonna dump it across the middle. Oh, caught! It is caught by Ty Kudo. The Kings have all the momentum. He got Kudo across the middle. We got 2 minutes remaining in the game. Kings are gonna try to take more time off this clock. No.
Okay. I didn't think so, but
no 2-minute warning.
2 minutes left. The Cardinals are moving the ball.
Wow, we could not have asked for a better ending to this game, regardless of who wins.
Great play by Danny.
Silva shotgun again, 1 minute and 45 seconds. Empty backfield. Silva gonna motion Dyer, gives it a handoff to Clayton Dyer. Dyer gonna get some yardage on that, be run out of bounds. Actually, you know, he stayed in bounds. Actually, he's gonna keep the clock going. I thought he ran out of bounds. I got that darn pole in my way.
Gained about 4.
4-yard gain, 1 minute and 24 seconds. I definitely have a
gain of 8 on the play.
People kind of standing up around me.
Gain of 8.
Gain of 8 on the play. Make that 2nd and 2 from the 15-yard line.
15 yards away from payment.
1 minute and 10 seconds to go. I cannot believe how this game is going right now.
Folks.
Silva out of the shotgun again. Silva Gotta hand it off inside to Costa.
Oh,
There goes Costa! Touchdown! It has got to be! With a touchdown with 55 seconds remaining.
Unbelievable. 55 seconds left. Case puts it in.
I couldn't see the
They
referee
need this
from
kick.
here. If
They
Rebello
need
with
this
the
extra
biggest
point.
extra point of his life right now.
Attempt the extra point.
Oh my
This
goodness,
is for the South
55
Coast
seconds.
Championship.
Here's Rebello for this extra point. The snap is down. He
Oh!
got the snap. The ball's on the ground, and the game is going to remain
The
tied.
extra point attempt is no good.
Oh.
The
For the
extra point
heartbreaking
attempt
development.
is
Oh.
no
5
good.
seconds to play in the regulation.
Oh.
Cardinals 33, Old Rochester 33.
That one hurts. That one hurts. I'm speechless at that. I was ready to put up that extra point. You never know till the play's completed, apparently.
So that's going to have the game tied at 33 with
So close,
55
yet so far.
seconds. But Tom, the Bulldogs still have 55 seconds to come down and win the game or get them into position. I cannot believe that that just happened.
I'm in shock too. I watched Old Rochester sidelines. They were all dejected when Case scored, and the exuberance that just overwhelmed them when that ball was fumbled.
There might have been a little bit of nerves going on that. I certainly don't blame.
As I was telling you about the night game that we had years ago, I was the center for Case, and I screwed up a snap, and we lost 7-6 that night. So 45 years later, I still remember it. Okay, Case has got to play tough here.
55 seconds to go. It is tied at 33. Rebello with a low line drive kick that's going to be picked up by the Bulldogs at about the 20-yard line. And there goes Old Rochester. Oh no! Not like this!
Happening.
There goes Tyler. No! And he's going to take the kickoff
Unbelievable.
all the way back for a touchdown for Old Rochester.
Kickoff for an Old Rochester touchdown.
Unbelievable. No flags.
With
Clean play.
42 seconds. Tyler No takes the kickoff. 80 yards for a touchdown.
Talk about the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat on that one, huh? Wow.
I'm speechless. Tom, I'm just speechless.
I mean, in a matter of 14 seconds, going
Time
from
out.
kicking the extra
Old
point
Rochester.
to winning the game to giving up a touchdown. It's
39-33 with 42 seconds.
Wow.
This has been unbelievable
it's an unbelievable finish.
turn of events.
Unbelievable game, unbelievable turn of events. Both teams played their heart outs here. It's just sad that someone had to lose this game. I know it's not over yet, believe me.
People in the crowd turn around telling them they got 42 seconds. You never know. You know what? Let's just think ahead for a second. Let's say Old Rochester kicks his extra point. In 42 seconds, Case comes down. Tom, I'm going to say they go for 2. They're just going to win. They're going to do Boise State. They're going to run a trick play.
Yeah, can we get the Stanford band out there for the kickoff when Case gets the ball back?
Well, the Bulldogs still have to kick it here. I imagine they're going to go for, unless I guess go for 2. They might just go for 2, actually. The offense is on the
they're
field.
Gonna go for 2.
They're going to go for 2.
They're going to put the
Old Rochester lines up to attempt the 2-point conversion.
They're going to go for 2. They're going to make this an 8-point game. McIntyre going to hand it off inside. That's going to keep it himself, and that's going to go into the end zone. Penalty flag.
On the carry, there's a flag on the play.
Penalty flag in the field. Let's see what this is going to be.
I think that's a hold.
Might be. Let's see what this penalty is on. This has been up and down. A holding on Old Rochester.
Against the Bulldogs.
That's going to negate that 2-point conversion, so why not just add another layer of this drama to the game?
Nothing's easy tonight, huh?
This is quite a first game for you to call up here.
Exactly, yeah.
Now that's going to back old Rochester up. It's still 39-33.
Well, now you know they're going to go for 2.
Yeah, they definitely know it now.
Once again, attempt a 2-point conversion.
They're
This
gonna-
time from the Cardinal 12-yard line.
I can imagine a pass here, but I guess you never know. Hand it off. McIntyre's going to keep it himself. An option. Going to pitch it to Childs. And that going anywhere. And another penalty is
In
thrown.
the backfield, there's a flag on the play.
That was a good play
Call.
by John Gurrell, but that might have gotten a penalty. And it
call
is
that
going to be on Case.
Personal
Face
foul.
mask
Cardinals.
on Case. So that's not going to be a 15-yard penalty. That's a half the distance penalty. So for the 3rd time, the Bulldogs are going to run this 2-point conversion.
Wow.
And I'll put it at the 6-yard line. There are still 42 seconds to go in the game.
Penalty
But
is
the
half the
longest,
distance to
the
the goal
longest
line.
2 minutes of the game.
And now they're going to kick it.
Rochester will attempt
Now they're going to go for the extra point. As Basari goes out.
Sorry, on for the attempt.
He's already missed 2 extra points this game. Snap is down, the ball is up, and the kick is good. He got that one.
Got it in.
He just sneaked it through with 42 seconds. That'll make the score 40 to 33 in favor of the Bulldogs. I am losing my voice. I've just been
Cardinals 33.
talking so much in this game. An unbelievable game, really, truly. This is the best game I have ever seen at this stadium.
Oh, this is a very entertaining game. Everyone's gotten their money's worth tonight. It's just sad. Someone has to lose it. Both teams have played exceptional football. Both have made mistakes. Both have capitalized on mistakes. Case just seemed to make that one extra mistake down the end. But we still got 41 seconds. Stranger things have happened.
41.7 seconds. I mean, this wouldn't surprise me at all if Case takes this kickoff the other way. Honestly, nothing would surprise me at this point, given how this game has gone. It's 40 to 33. So that missed extra point really meant nothing in the end because old Rochester just took unless they got some momentum as a result.
Back to return for the Cardinals.
Okay, let's see what happens
Brzezinski
here.
to do the kicking for the Bulldogs. And it's a low line drive kick.
And they go out of bounds.
And that's going to be picked up by Lecomte. And he'll be tackled at about the 35-yard line by the Bulldogs.
36 seconds
36 seconds to go for Danny Silva in this offense.
Kick return by number 1, Keegan Lecomte to the 30-yard line.
Tom, if Case
Cardinals
scores
first down
a touchdown, I think they're going for 2.
If Case scores,
If they score a touchdown in 36 seconds, I think they're going for 2.
oh, of course.
They're going to win. They're going to try to win the game
They've
41
got
to 40.
to go for 2. They've got to score a touchdown for us.
So this is, we thought that was last game, and then this game just keeps having an extra layer added to it every time. I never in my mind thought that this game would be as good, truly as good as it has been.
It's just so surprising that old Rochester, like we talked about earlier, they don't give up this many points.
No, they don't.
They're in shock.
This is exactly as many points as they have given up all year, 33.
Exactly. And Case has put up a great game. Let's see if they can top it off with a good 36-second run here.
36 seconds for Silva, an empty backfield. This is it. Here it goes, Silva looking to throw this. He gets it over to Chris Costa. He's got a blocker in front of him. Costa going to be tackled by the Bulldogs. That was
pass complete to number 2, Chris Costa.
number 11. I forget who that was. He's not on the roster. Hamilton, I believe, was his name. And a gain of about 6 yards as a 2nd and 4 as a timeout is called by Case. 27.8 seconds remaining in the game.
27 seconds left. Both teams trying to figure out what they're going to do. 1st and 10 from the 30.
Regardless of the team who wins this game, this has been an unbelievable game that has been played.
Well, I'll tell you what, next week when these teams go into the playoffs, whoever they play will have a formidable opponent because nobody's going to push over the Case team and nobody's going to push over this old Rochester
exactly.
team.
Both teams obviously being undefeated have qualified for the postseason. If we have a home game, well, obviously we'll be airing it. It hasn't been decided or anything yet. 2nd and 4 for K. Silva, empty backfield shotgun, takes the snap, looking to throw it across the middle, and it's incomplete. He's looking for Ty Kudo.
Silva's pass incomplete.
As we can see, Old Rochester just using a prevent defense right now. They're just trying to do anything but give up the big play. So they're going to let Case have that yardage over the middle. Although the clock does stop after a first down, they go up there and spike it, not really waste any time. 23.5 seconds remaining in the game. A 3rd and 4 for Silva. Actually going to mark it to the 37.
Danny will find things over the middle. Old Rochester won't let anything go deep.
Old Rochester is going to let him have the middle of the field. But they're not going to give up the deep ball.
Nobody in the Case backfield.
Catch and run if Case wants to score here. Silva, shotgun again. He's got a motion Costs in front of him. Silva stepping back, looking to throw it in the pocket. Going to step up and scramble with it. There goes Silva. He's going to pick up a first down. Out of bounds at the 48-yard line.
Danny Silva.
He's got 15 seconds
He's
left.
got 15 seconds. The clock stops on that play.
Gain of 11 on the play is good for a Cardinal first down.
Smart football, though. He didn't make it. He didn't try to force anything.
Nope, take it
He
off.
took what they gave him.
Take it off.
They got
go out of
field
bounds.
movement.
Stop the clock. 15.1 seconds. Case has to go 52 yards. Silva once
Let's see
again.
what the Cardinal offense is going to do here.
Formation. He's got 3 wide receivers to his right. He has 1 back. He's going to motion Ty Kudo. Silva looking to throw in the pocket, rolling right. Going to throw it now. Its pass is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Costa.
Silva's pass incomplete.
Not a whole lot there. 9.8
seconds.
seconds are all that remain in this game.
He let him a little bit too much on that. But actually, it might have been a good thing that he missed it. Because
Exactly. He wouldn't have got much, and they had to burn a timeout on that.
Yep, and I think they've only got 1 timeout left.
So Case needs something big. Old Rochester in a complete prevent defense right now. Case has to go 52 yards in 10 seconds. Seen it happen before.
We could use the old Eli Manning to
David Tyree.
David Tyree pass here. Anybody got any bubble gum for the helmet?
Silva zapping up in the pocket, looking to throw. He's going to heave it long. He's got Clayton Dyer, and the pass is incomplete. Probably open for some pass interference. Something there.
Incomplete.
1 second left.
And it looks like there might be an injury for Old Rochester and for Dyer on that play. And there is actually going to be an injury. Dyer is hurt. So we are going to take a short break for an injury, and we will be back. All right, we are back from the injury timeout. Clayton Dyer did walk the
Get the band ready to walk on the field. Come on, let's do the Stanford play, right?
6 seconds are all that remain in this game. This is it. As you said, Doug Flutie special here. 3rd and 10, Silva out of an empty backfield shotgun. Here it is. This is for the South Coast Championship, more or less. 52 seconds. Case has to go on this 1 play, barring a defensive penalty. Silva out of the shotgun, going to throw across the middle, incomplete, and that's actually going to do it. The ball falls incomplete, and Old Rochester is going to come out of here as the victor and the winners of the South Coast Conference. The final score is going to be 40-33. The Bulldogs have defeated Case.
Both teams should be proud of their performance.
Oh, absolutely.
Sad somebody has to lose. Great game. There'll be opponents that will fear both these teams when the playoffs come.
Well, Tom, this has been quite a first game for you, but we're going to wrap things up here from Cardinal Stadium. So this is Tyler Clark for Swansea Cable Access Channel 9. Alongside me is Adam Kitchen and Tom Cabral, and we are going to say goodnight, and we will see you next time.